Chapter 3480. Seeing Lin Fei appear here again, everyone's expression was not very good. Such a guy who couldn't move was indescribably irritating. Very soon, everyone knew that it was the disciple of Unnatural who had transcended the tribulation to become a cosmos god. Many cosmos gods had heard of this disciple before, and they did not think that he had the ability to transcend the tribulation. The cosmos god tribulation was not that easy to transcend. There were very few people who could transcend the tribulation as easily as Lin Fei. Not even one could be found in 100,000 years. The universe god lightning is about to descend. The cosmos god tribulation gathered. It accumulated a huge amount of energy and was prepared to strike down. At this moment, a figure barged into the region of the cosmos god tribulation and arrived beside that disciple. It's Lin Fei. What does he want to do? Could it be that you want to help the disciple of the Unnatural? He wants to help? That's impossible. I heard that the power of the cosmos god tribulation would be even greater if there was one more person. No one would be able to endure it. Seeing Lin Fei appearing at the tribulation region, the cosmos gods were dumbfounded. They found it hard to believe. If helping others to transcend the tribulation was that easy, there would have been many cosmos gods doing it. There was no need to talk about how difficult it was. In the past, there was a cosmos god who had a mental problem helping others to transcend the tribulation. After the two of them were blasted to death by god lightning, nobody dared to do such a foolish thing anymore. It would be best if he could hack Lin Fei to death. Many people thought to themselves, as long as this person was alive, he would always be a scourge to them. Boom, boom, boom. The lightning struck down. He can't block it. The heavenly lightning descended with a terrifying aura. Everyone realized that the might of this cosmic divine lightning had increased greatly. It was no longer an ordinary tribulation. You must succeed. Unnatural prayed. If not for the fact that he had no other choice, the Unnatural would not have gone to look for Lin Fei. After all, Lin Fei had gone through the tribulations 5 times in a day and could be said to be a legend of the Vatican. How would he know if he did not try? If he really couldn't transcend the tribulation, then it was his own bad luck. Many deities failed in breaking through to the cosmos god realm. Even if there was only a 1% chance, he still had to give it a try. When Lin Fei faced the cosmos divine lightning again, its might seemed to have increased significantly. To him, it did not put much pressure on him. However, the person beside him was quite frightened and endured it with all his might. You'd better not run around. Stay by my side, and I'll make sure you go over obediently. With a wave of his hand, Lin Fei deployed multiple layers of defense. At the same time, damage transfer was activated. Invisibly, the setup was a success. Lin Fei did not need to expend any reputation to set up a defensive skill based on his strength. Lin Fei's heart was in sync with his movements, and he did not feel any pressure at all. The cosmos god lightning had come down. The multiple layers of defense were split apart. Lin Fei had underestimated the might of the cosmos divine lightning. After blasting apart many layers of defenses, the remaining might of the cosmos divine lightning was almost negligible. That's it. The disciples hiding under the defense of Lin Fei looked at each other. Was this still the terrifying cosmos god tribulation in their hearts? Ha 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 ha, Governor Lin is mighty. Unnatural laughed. He had finally gambled correctly. Lin Fei's defensive techniques were mystical. Even when they saw it again, it was still perfect and flawless. Furthermore, it was even smoother than the previous time. This technique was amazing. He withstood against a god lightning. That's awesome. Governor Lin is mighty and tyrannical. This is the first time I've seen someone transcending a tribulation so easily. The cosmos gods watching did not know what to say. After a short moment, they erupted into cheers. The cosmos gods present had different expressions. Until the end of the cosmos god tribulation, Everyone felt like they were dreaming. The terrifying cosmos God tribulation in their memories had passed just like that. If they did not personally witness it, who would dare believe it was real? When the final God lightning ended, Lin Fei left the tribulation region. The aura of that disciple began transforming. His life form was also changing. Not long later, he became a cosmos god. It is really hard to imagine that transcending a tribulation can be so easy. Some cosmos gods felt that they could give it a try, yet they endured in the end. There were few who were as unique as Lin Fei. Governor Lin, I am Tian Luo. Tian Luo Prefecture Master came over. You are truly a legend. You have transcended your tribulation just like that. Coincidentally, I have a few disciples, and I wonder when Prefecture Master is free? You can just tell me if you need anything. Tian Luo Prefecture Master was the fastest to react. The remaining cosmos gods hesitated for a moment before going over. Governor Lin, I am Yunlai. Governor Lin, I have a few disciples too. Many cosmos gods went over. In the eyes of everyone, the current Lin Fei had become extremely important. He was related to the Eternal Church and the cosmos gods. The words of Tian Luo, Prefecture, Master, reverberated in the mind of Lin Fei. Legend. At this moment, Lin Fei finally realized that it seemed he did not need to become a great religion master. He could still become a legend regardless of whether it was 100,000 years or a million years. The power of the cosmos god tribulation was great, and the damage it dealt was even more formidable. But before the techniques he exchanged, they were easily blocked. What about the Stage 1 cosmos god and Stage 2 cosmos gods? Lin Fei felt that he could easily withstand them. Such techniques could not be found in the entire Holy Church. After all, his defensive techniques were not something ordinary cultivation techniques could compare with. The matter of him transcending the tribulation could not be concealed. Breaking news. This is absolutely breaking news. Lin Fei Prefecture Master helped others to transcend the tribulation, allowing his disciple to become a cosmos god. Breaking news. A peak stage hierarch transcending the tribulation is no longer a nightmare. You haven't heard of it yet. Lin Fei helped someone with their tribulation and easily helped them succeed. I want to see who dares to mock Governor Lin in the future. Just thinking about it makes me excited. The cosmos god tribulation that was hailed as the most terrifying tribulation for hierarchs was easily transcended. This had set off a huge wave in the hierarch circle. The cosmos fragment was not easy to get, and it was just a matter of time. But transcending the tribulation was truly frightening. It obstructed the path of many. But this time around, Lin Fei had helped others successfully overcome their tribulations, completely stunning everyone. Eternal Church, Sacred Mountain. The higher-ups and elders came. Cosmos gods came. Their motive was the same. They hoped for Lin Fei to guide their disciples so that they could become cosmos gods. Pseudo-cosmos gods could never compare with true cosmos gods. Now that the opportunity was right in front of them, who would be willing to miss it? That was simply a mental problem. Even those who bore grudges against Lin Fei previously suppressed it. As long as cosmos gods were not foolish, they would understand one thing. The number of cosmos gods in the eternal cosmos would increase. That was a powerful force. No matter who it was, they had to be careful. The foundation of the cosmos was the cosmos gods. Why was the eternal cosmos ranked last? Actually, it was because the number of cosmos gods was limited. Cosmos 9 could never compare with those cosmos, and they were at a disadvantage in terms of cosmos gods. Chapter 3481. Lin Fei's influence in the eternal cosmos increased once again. Unlike before, this time, no one treated Lin Fei as a great demon king. Instead, they viewed him as a legend, helping others to overcome the tribulation, allowing them to break through to the cosmos god realm. After such a huge matter spread, everyone began worshipping him. Those superpowers and sects began searching for ways to get the other party's agreement so that they could produce a cosmos god. The cosmos god realm had always been a threshold. Nobody could easily help others to overcome the tribulation. Two people would be equivalent to multiplying the power of the cosmos god tribulation. The stronger one was, the stronger the cosmos god tribulation would be. Hence, everyone dispelled the thought of helping others. As Lin Fei succeeded in helping others to overcome the tribulation, he attracted the attention of many. After Lin Fei succeeded in helping others to overcome the tribulation, realizing how to complete the system mission, he could use another method to achieve it. After the cosmos gods from the Holy Church charged through the door, Lin Fei readily agreed to it. But he had to pay a huge price, a large amount of faith energy. Nobody knew why Lin Fei wanted to use such a huge amount of faith energy. Everyone obediently went to collect faith energy. They were all intelligent people. Nobody dared to force Lin Fei. Whatever he said, they would do. If the faith energy was insufficient, they would search for it. As a result, the faith energy of the Eternal Church became extremely popular within a short period. Those who collected the faith energy earned a huge windfall. At the same time, the star missions within the Holy Church were accepted by others. Lin Fei returned to the Yuan continent. The Holy Church was the Holy Church, and the Yuan continent was the Yuan continent. Lin Fei returned to the Yuan continent. The Yuan continent immediately became lively, especially after the welfare was announced. 5 lucky peak stage hierarch experts would be randomly selected to help them overcome the tribulation. The prerequisite was that they had to prepare a cosmos fragment. The moment this news spread, the entire Yuan continent was in an uproar, especially peak stage hierarch experts who clapped and cheered. Lin Fei's influence in the Yuan continent increased once again. Who would not respect such a prefecture master? He was helping others for free. That was a cosmos god tribulation. Hung long, at the boundary of the Yuan continent. The tribulation began here. Ever since the first time, everyone felt pressured, and after personally witnessing it, they were convinced. Governor Lin was mighty and domineering. A group of people came, and another group left. The cosmos god tribulation almost never stopped. From the first to the second, then to the 5th and 6th. Lin Fei now had a complete set of procedures for helping people transcend tribulations. Within a short 100 years, dozens of cosmos gods had appeared. This was the first time in the history of the eternal universe. The legendary mission is not easy to complete. On the sacred mountain of Yuan de continent, Lin Fei shook his head. After the system issued the legendary mission, a few dozen cosmos gods had appeared within 100 years, strengthening the strength of the Eternal Church. In the end, the mission was not completed. Lin Fei was not very anxious about this legendary mission. The moment the legendary mission was released, he had become a unique existence in the eternal cosmos. Cosmos gods who wished for their disciples to succeed in their tribulation. Even Lin Fei, who disdained Lin Fei in the past, would obediently lower their heads. Eternal universe, he. On the outskirts of the eternal universe, a huge battleship rushed out of the starry sky and stopped outside a huge universe, not far away. They even dared to kill experts from our spirit race. This time, we'll definitely make them pay the price. This battleship was huge and covered the sky. Behind it, there were more than a dozen smaller battleships. They were in combat mode and were protecting this huge battleship. It has always been our cosmos 7 bullying others. There has never been an outsider bullying our spirit race. Within the control room of the battleship, an imposing figure was emitting a frightening chill. Hong. In the sky above a mountain range, more than a dozen sect disciples were hunting beasts. Without any warning, a horrifying aura descended from the sky. It covered the sky, and the trees in the mountain range below were immediately crushed into pieces by the huge aura field. What is that thing? Is it a battleship? But its aura is so tyrannical and terrifying. I can't even breathe. The sect disciples below were having a hard time resisting. Before they could react, the huge battleship entered a special mode and disappeared. Even the smaller battleship behind it disappeared. What is that thing? What a tyrannical aura! The first to react were cosmos gods. And at this moment, at the Eternal Church, Sacred Mountain, the cosmos gods were alarmed by this aura. A huge aura rushed over to the Holy Church, Sacred Mountain. The other party was releasing his aura without any restraints. It was like a light in the night. The religious master is here. All the cosmos gods on the Holy Church, Sacred Mountain, were alarmed. They could not discern what the other party was. It was simply too fast. Such a disturbance caused the religious masters to appear too. There were a total of 3 religious masters. The religious masters had solemn expressions. If I am not wrong, it should be a cosmos battleship. The cosmos gods inhaled a mouthful of cold air. The vast cosmos was vast and boundless. Any cosmos god would need a long time to travel through it. The cosmos generals were created by a certain cosmos. They possessed speed that cosmos gods could not compare with. At the same time, they had a powerful offense. That was another unique attacking method. The cosmos gods present had heard of it before, but very few had seen a cosmos battleship. It was because the Cosmos 9 was too poor and backward. They could not afford to play with such high-grade goods. They are here. The one who spoke was Windless Religious Master. He was ranked 8th, also known as the 8th Religious Master. His expression was solemn. They seemed to be coming with ill intentions. The price of a cosmos battleship was not low. Even they could not afford it. That's right, they could not afford it. Even with the identity of a religious master in an eternal cosmos, they could not afford a cosmos battleship. One could imagine how valuable such high-grade goods were. The cosmos gods behind turned silent. It shouldn't be the spirit race coming, right? A huge wave of air rushed out from the void. In the sky outside the eternal sacred mountain, an enormous black battleship appeared. Behind it, there were more than 10 small-scaled cosmos battleships. The moment the cosmos battleship appeared, a huge impact came pressing down unrestrainedly. Hua, hua, hua. The defenses of the Holy Church, Sacred Mountain rose. This is too overboard. They are not treating our Holy Church as anything. This cosmos battleship is at least grade 2 and above. The moment the enormous battleship appeared, it gave the cosmos gods and religious masters of the Holy Church a huge impact. Cosmos gods could not resist against this battleship at all. The appearance of the cosmos battleship caused a huge disturbance in the Eternal Church. Who are you people? How dare you attack the Holy Church? The 8th religious master, Windless Religious Master, shouted. The cabin door of the cosmos battleship opened. An imposing figure walked out. We are from Cosmos 7, the spirit race from the Star Sea. Chapter 3482. Starry Sea Spirit Clan. Windless Religious Master's expression sunk. He looked at them with a strand of fear. Being religious masters, they had been to other cosmoses before. For instance, the strongest few religious masters had been to other cosmoses many times. One could imagine what kind of situation they would be in. And the Starry Sea Spirit Clan was a royal existence. That's right, the Starry Sea Spirit Clan had a royal bloodline. They were abnormally powerful. Even an eternal cosmos would not have the slightest chance of winning against the Starry Sea Spirit Clan. This was the powerful Starry Sea Spirit Clan. The 3 religious masters realized that they were in big trouble. That imposing figure from the Starry Sea Spirit Clan indifferently said, "Since you know of our Starry Sea Spirit Clan, are you thinking of acting against us? It's not that I'm looking down on you, but other than Immortal Sword Religious Master and the Great Religious Master. Your Cosmos 9 doesn't have the strength to fight against us. Both were Cosmos gods. Yet the Starry Sea Spirit Clan defeated the Cosmos god of Cosmos 9. Sir, you must be joking. Windless Religious Master did not dare to offend the other party. You are guests from afar, and we can't wait to welcome you. Please come in. The other Cosmos gods that came over had sunken expressions. The three religious masters had changed their attitude. Honestly speaking, they were quite furious that the Starry Sea Spirit Clan was looking down on their Cosmos 9. Facing a Cosmos battleship, they were clear how tiny they were. This was a Cosmos battleship that only the truly huge superpowers could afford. It was rumored that it came from the technological cosmos of the third cosmos, and it relied on its perfect technology to stand above the other races. How many people could do such a thing? Lin Fei was very free recently. He had yet to complete the legend mission. According to his deductions, it would be completed soon. The Cosmos God Tribulation wasn't that easy to cross. For instance, gathering the Cosmos fragments had stumped many people. As a result, there were many people doing this mission over the years. It was normal for Lin Fei to be free. I really wonder when the legend mission will be completed. I really want to go to other cosmos to have a look. Putting down a book regarding cosmos, Lin Fei shook his head. Ever since he wanted to go to other cosmos, many cosmos gods had taken the initiative to send him books regarding cosmos. Currently, Lin Fei was a legend. Everyone wished to succeed in the tribulation easily. A cosmos god was equivalent to having an additional portion of combat power, and it would strengthen the combat power of the entire Cosmos 9. Who would not be envious of Lin Fei's mystical methods? However, no one could learn it. The only way left was to curry favor with Lin Fei. One had to know that when Hierophants underwent their tribulation, many heroes died under the Cosmos God Tribulation. This aura. Lin Fei suddenly stood up and appeared in the sky in the next second. What a terrifying aura. At the same time, it's also very unfamiliar. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. This aura has never appeared in the eternal universe. It's so strange. Lin Fei could clearly sense the aura that rushed into the eternal universe. He didn't know what it was exactly, but he knew that it wasn't easy to deal with. Could it be that people from the outer universe have come? From those books and information, Lin Fei could confirm one thing. Among the 9 known universes, the eternal universe was the weakest. In the great cosmos, no one cared about Universe 9. If a cosmos god were to report the name of the eternal cosmos, he would most likely be ridiculed by others. This was a broken cosmos with few resources. One could say that anyone could bully them. Those who did not dare to retaliate were the cosmos gods from other cosmos. The spirit race is also from Cosmos 7, but it seems they aren't that strong. Lin Fei thought, should I go and complete the mission given by the higher-ups? This mission was something Lin Fei had never done. Now that he saw it, it seemed he could do it when the time came. Holy Church, Sacred Mountain within the meeting hall. The oppressive aura made others unable to breathe. It isn't so easy to kill people from our spirit race. They only barged into the Cosmos 9 to obtain some resources. The imposing figure nonchalantly said, "But your Cosmos gods have killed them. This matter has to be accounted for." The Starry Sea spirit race had a huge origin. The 3 religious masters did not dare to offend them. They were not stupid. From the moment the word Starry Sea spirit race came out, they understood one thing. The 3 spirit race cultivators who were killed by Lin Fei in the past had come to take revenge. This person's background was a little big. Even with their identity as religious masters, the pressure on the Starry Sea spirit race was huge. It was the experts from the spirit race who had done something bad, and it was normal for them to be killed by their cosmos gods. In the end, they became the bad guys. The 3 religious masters were furious. Hand over that cosmos god and compensate for the losses of our starry sea spirit race. This matter will be settled, and we will not find trouble with you again." This was too much of a bully. The three religious masters nearly jumped up. Not only did they hand over the person, they even had to compensate for their losses. This was embarrassing the Eternal Church. Oppose? The cosmos battleships outside were not weak. The moment they fought, they would suffer heavy losses. "I think this might be a misunderstanding," Windless Religious Master muttered. "This isn't a misunderstanding. Instead, you have killed a disciple of our spirit race." Chen Xing shook his head. "Either hand over the person and compensate us, or face the fury of our starry sea spirit race. This is the Eternal Church. You say hand over." Heaven Luo, Prefecture Master, was present today. He could not help but shout, "Huh!" The soul shock pierced through the forehead of Heaven Luo, Prefecture Master. This cosmos god was pushed back 10 steps before stopping. His expression was dispirited, and he vomited blood the moment he opened his mouth. "Humph! A third-rate cosmos god dares to be so impudent here." Chun Xing said with disdain, "You should properly manage your people. If this were in our Cosmos 7, such cosmos gods would have long been killed. At the very least, they would be sent to the boundary battlefield." Windless Religious Master stared at the cosmos god behind him. "Prefecture Master Lin Fei is someone from our holy church. It is impossible for us to hand him over just like that," Windless Religious Master solemnly said. "Furthermore, I don't have the authority to agree to it. This matter must be reported to the great religious master." A prefecture master could be handed over just like that. Furthermore, he was a legend of the current eternal cosmos. If he were to do so, it would have a huge impact on him. Currently, that cosmos god was not hoping for Lin Fei to help him. Why did other cosmos have so many cosmos gods? It was because they had all sorts of methods. Left with no choice, he could only bring out the great religious master. Chun Xing coldly chuckled. "It is something we should do to report to the great religious master. But since they killed a disciple of our spirit race, no matter what background they will have to be handed over sooner or later. I hope you all will reconsider. The next time, it won't be as simple as me coming." Following that, this spirit race expert Qin Xing left. The cosmos gods in the discussion hall were all furious. "Bastard! They are bullying us too much. Governor Lin is a legend of our cosmos. Taking him down, just like that? Do they think they can sweep across the cosmos? Too much." Chapter 3483. The Cosmos Battleship left the Holy See. It entered stealth mode and disappeared into the sky. The unique aura of the Cosmos Battleship disappeared completely as if it had never appeared. Even the small battleship was gone. Deep in the sky, the Cosmos Battleship moved forward. Cosmos 9 is still Cosmos 9. It's just a small fry. Chun Xing shook his head. If not for that great religious leader, Cosmos 9 would have been removed from the list. It seems they want a hand over that person. Chun Xing sneered. They don't have the guts. That great religious leader was heavily injured in the past and is nearing the end of his lifespan. It's impossible for him to act so easily. Many people are hoping for this guy to die. Everyone knew that Cosmos 7 had been paying close attention to this news. Arrange for people to investigate this Lin Fei. Chen Xing said, "We have an excuse to come here this time. Asking for the person is a small matter. What's more important is the God Stone in the eternal secret realm." Yes, the moment the Star Ocean spirit race left. No one had any good ideas on how to deal with this matter. If it was before, they might have really handed it over. But this time, Lin Fei had become a legend and created a miracle for the eternal cosmos. In 10,000 years or even 100,000 years, the number of cosmos gods in the eternal cosmos would definitely increase by a huge level. This was a huge temptation that no one could refuse. There was also a group of people who thought that Lin Fei would easily cause trouble. The spirit race experts would not affect the eternal cosmos much, since there were so many people. There was no difference between one batch less and one batch more, but it was different if they offended the Star Ocean spirit race. Furthermore, they were royalty. The moment they acted, the Cosmos Adjudicator Court would most likely lower their heads. After arguing for a while, no one could come up with a solution. In the end, they parted unhappily. The great religious leader rarely took care of matters. No one knew where he was. Currently, the 9 religious leaders were handling the big and small matters in the eternal cosmos. They could only wait for the 9 religious leaders to return and discuss together. Brother Lin, something happened. The pale-faced heaven, Luo, prefecture, master, found Lin Fei. What happened to you? The moment he saw the heaven Luo, prefecture master, Lin Fei's expression changed slightly. This situation did not seem right. He had clearly been heavily injured by someone. Don't mention it. Tian Luo Prefecture's master was very grateful to Lin Fei. As soon as the matter over there was settled, he immediately rushed over. Universe 7's Ling, clan's expert, is here. He wants the church to hand you over. Lin Fei's heart shook. It can't be. The spirit tribe's experts are here? Could it be that he has a great background? Hand him over? Lin Fei was very unhappy. They are from Universe 7, the astral spirit clan with the royal bloodline. They came here in a space battleship. Tianluo Prefecture, Lord said, you must be mentally prepared. The astral spirit tribe is extremely powerful. If they really want to attack, unless the great sect leader or the 9 sect leaders join forces, no one will be able to stop them. Lin Fei finally understood why there was an unfamiliar and tyrannical aura. That should be an expert of the astral spirit race. Thanks. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. I will prepare for this. Tianluo Prefecture, Lord sighed. I don't know what to say about this matter. I have let you down. If I didn't invite you over, this wouldn't have happened. Lin Fei did not blame Tianluo Prefecture Lord. He laughed. It's fine. Aren't they just spirit tribe experts from Universe 7? It won't be easy for them to deal with me. Brother Lin, you can't underestimate the spirit tribe experts. Not to mention other things, just the space battleship they drive is not any weaker than a cosmos god. Furthermore, it is a cosmos god who grasps all sorts of technology. Even if you escape to the cosmos, you can't escape from the pursuit of the battleship. Don't think that everyone is a cosmos god. When they are outside, they have to be careful. Tianluo Prefecture, Lord sighed. Lin Fei did not know what to say for a moment after hearing those words. Hearing those words, he felt that the cosmos gods of Universe 9 were just little country bumpkins outside. This kind of feeling was really unpleasant. After Tianluo Prefecture, Lord ridiculed, he soon left, saying that he would continue waiting for news. He. Those black hands should be impatient to act. Lin Fei sneered. In the past 100 years, he had done many things, and all of them were gritting his teeth. In a restaurant in a big city. Have you heard? The experts from Universe 7 are here. Perhaps something big is going to happen in our eternal cosmos. Many people in the surroundings pricked up their ears. Some even stood up and walked over. Brother, what's the matter? Did you find out some secret information again? Something big? It can't be that other cosmos are attacking, right? When it came to the word something big, everyone felt a wave of pressure. The surroundings were filled with people who wanted to know the cause and effect. You have guessed correctly. That person said, do you know the spirit tribe? Not long ago, an expert from the spirit tribe came to our Universe 9 looking for some resources. In the end, he was killed by that Lin Fei. Now, an expert from the spirit tribe from Universe 7 is here to take revenge. He is driving a cosmos battleship. That is a battleship. He wants the church to hand over Lin Fei, or else he will attack. Don't you think something big is going to happen? This is really bad. Lin Fei, that brat, only knows how to kill people. If he doesn't get used to it, there won't be any more. After that, he went to do good deeds. Many people stood up and said, once a fight breaks out, who can guarantee that they will survive? That is Universe 7. I think the church must hand over Lin Fei. This kind of black sheep, there is no need to keep him. Today, they have offended Universe 7. Who knows, they might offend Universe 5 or 6. At that time, our Universe 9 will be finished. Protest. Similar scenes kept happening in the big cities. In a short day, it spread throughout the entire eternal cosmos. Everyone was in panic. A large number of people gathered together to protest and march. There was only one purpose, and that was to make the church hand over Lin Fei, so as to avoid bringing greater trouble and crisis to the eternal cosmos. Universe 9 couldn't afford this kind of trouble. The momentum was getting more and more intense. The entire universe was protesting against Lin Fei's recklessness. Even in the Yuanda Zoo, some people made a sound. Look, this is Universe 9. Outside Universe 9, the Astral Race's battleship was parked outside. Chun Xing listened to the report and sneered, Lin Fei must be handed over. Moreover, this person doesn't have a good relationship with others in Universe 9. Yes, this Lin Fei is very abnormal. It is a miracle that he can live until now. By the way, this guy can help people to pass the tribulation and master a powerful defensive method. Help people to pass the tribulation. Universe 7 also needs special treasures to pass the tribulation. It is very difficult to pass the tribulation with the help of others. Really? Chapter 3484. Just as Lin Fei guessed, those fellows who were not convinced in the dark began to act. A vigorous public opinion began spreading rapidly across the entire eternal cosmos. Eventually, the Yuan Great Continent was also affected. There were people demonstrating everywhere. For the time being, no cosmos gods could be seen. Truly interesting. Using public opinion to threaten me. Lin Fei listened to the report and could not help but sneer. Is this your method? Honestly speaking, Lin Fei was very disappointed with this method. It was completely meaningless. I was prepared to kill a few cosmos gods. Lin Fei shook his head. In the end, those who jumped out were small fries. If a cosmos god came out, Lin Fei was prepared to slaughter a few of them so that everyone would know that public opinion was useless in the eternal cosmos. He was very disappointed with the Holy Church. If not for some people within the Holy Church being dissatisfied with them, why would such a public opinion appear? It seems that Cosmos 7 has indeed frightened the eternal cosmos. Humans under the eaves have no choice but to lower their heads. Lin Fei squinted. The public opinion did not stop. It became grand and vigorous. If the spirit race experts of Cosmos 7 were to really attack, nobody would have any fruit to eat. They had broken away from ordinary cultivation and had powerful external forces. They were existences that the current eternal cosmos could not contend against. Eternal Church, the 9 religious masters were all present. Such a huge matter, no matter what, they had to temporarily put it aside and deal with this matter first. The Holy Church held a meeting. The meeting of the 9 religious masters was to discuss how to deal with this matter. It was rare for the Eternal Church to have 9 religious masters attend a meeting together. This was the first time in several tens of thousands of years. Even though less than half of the religious masters had appointed Lin Fei as a high-ranking elder, everyone knows about the matter regarding Governor Lin. Since everyone is present, let's talk about it. Holy Church meeting. The 9 of them sat in a circle, like a round table. Behind them were all the higher-ups, the elders, and the palace lord. However, Lin Fei was not there. All in all, there were nearly 100 people. I don't think that Governor Lin is at fault in this matter, but we have to consider the impact on our eternal universe after offending Universe 7. Unless we stay in the eternal universe forever. An elder stood up. I suggest that we hand over Lin Fei. We shouldn't offend the Starry Sea spirit race. Hand over Governor Lin. It's good for everyone. We really can't afford to offend Universe 7. One by one, the elders stood up to speak. At present, there were very few high-level elders standing on Lin Fei's side. The rest of them were opposed to Lin Fei and wanted to hand him over to Universe 7 as an apology. This time, even if Lin Fei doesn't die, he'll lose a layer of skin. That's right. He has offended too many people. All of this will depend on the choice of the 9 sect masters. After all, we can only provide one way of thinking. The high-level elders transmitted their voices to each other regarding the current situation. Everyone thought that it was normal. Universe 7 couldn't afford to offend them, so they could only sacrifice Lin Fei, even if Lin Fei had done a lot of dazzling things. Sacrificing one to help everyone, what a good thing. The high-level elders quickly finished speaking. Among the dozens of people, more than 10 supported Lin Fei, while the rest chose to hand him over. The 9 sect masters didn't say anything and listened quietly. No one could tell what they were thinking. It's our turn, a sect master said lightly. Everyone's words are reasonable. In that case, let's vote by raising our hands. The 9 sect masters have always been like this. Those who support not handing over Governor Lin, raise your hands. The windless sect master raised his hand. Another sect master raised his hand. After that, there were no more, a total of 2 sect masters. The hearts of the high-level elders who supported Lin Fei sank when they saw the scene. The worst thing had happened. Those who support handing over Governor Lin, raise your hands. This time, for hands were raised. The rest abstained. For supported handing over Lin Fei, 3 abstained and 2 opposed. When this result came out, many people sighed. Such a result was really rare. There were actually 3 sect masters who abstained. Many high-level elders were in a good mood. They finally took care of that bastard Lin Fei. In the hands of Universe 7's powerhouses, there's no need to think about his fate. Sect Master, Lord Chen of the Astral Sea Spirit Race, is here. As soon as the meeting ended, someone came to report. Regarding Governor Lin killing the powerhouses of the Astral Sea Spirit Race, this is destroying the friendship between our universes. After our unanimous approval, we decided to hand over School Master Lin Fei, a sect master said flatteringly. Chen Xing said lightly, our 2 universes have always been friendly. Lin Fei doesn't seem to have a good reputation in your universe. Such a person is not suitable for a schoolmaster. You have made the right choice. Chun Xing wasn't surprised by this result. A mere schoolmaster with no background. If I don't take care of him, who should I take care of? We are willing to help you capture Lin Fei. Chun Xing nodded. I only want him. As for the rest, let's talk about it later. Just handing over Lin Fei was enough. The first step was taken, and the rest was simple. In the entire Vatican universe, the only person Chen Xing was afraid of was the great sect master. Although she hadn't appeared for a long time, no one could guarantee that she wouldn't break through. He thought that this matter would make the great sect master appear, but now it seemed completely impossible. In this way, he was even more relieved. Lin Fei had been waiting for the result. The Vatican hadn't made a move for a long time, but Lin Fei was already prepared. Message from the Tian Luo schoolmaster. With a jingle, Lin Fei received a message. Governor Lin, leave quickly. The Vatican chose to bow their head and hand you over to appease the anger of the Ling Star Sea Spirit Race. They are on their way. He didn't say much, and his tone was anxious. Lin Fei shook his head. It seems that my influence still isn't enough. In the 7th universe, in front of the Astral Sea Spirit Race with the royal bloodline, I am nothing. Honestly speaking, Lin Fei didn't have any feelings for the Eternal Vatican universe. This is the law of the jungle. Lin Fei raised the corner of his mouth. System, don't you think it's time to issue a mission? It was something that would happen sooner or later, and Lin Fei was already prepared for it. When it really came, he sighed a little. This was the cruelty of the universe. If you weren't strong enough, you would be unlucky. Ding! Mission issued. The Vatican is ruthless, so the host will teach them a big lesson. Occupy the Yuan continent. Establish yourself as the king, and slap them in the face. Repel the encirclement of the astral sea spirit race. Mission completed. Reward: 3 skill bars, 3 free skills. Chapter 3485. The Cosmos battleship was extremely fast. Hong hong hong. When the huge body of the Cosmos battleship rushed into the territory of the Yuan continent, many figures stopped what they were doing and watched as the huge body of the battleship streaked across the sky above their heads. Is that a Cosmos battleship? Terrifying. It is truly terrifying. It is rumored to have a terrifying combat power that could easily defeat Cosmos gods. The one behind seems to be a small-scale battleship. If they work together, they could defeat Cosmos gods too. What are they doing? Unless it is to capture Governor Lin. That's right. That must be the case. Following the appearance of the Cosmos battleship, many people cheered. Nobody was willing to fight with a Cosmos god who possessed such powerful technology. That was a one-sided battle. Now that they sacrificed Governor Lin in exchange for the safety of everyone, everyone agreed. They are here. When the Cosmos battleship entered the Yuan continent, Lin Fei, who was on the sacred mountain, could feel it clearly. A Cosmos battleship. Lin Fei chuckled. With a single step, he arrived above the sacred mountain. In the blink of an eye, the Cosmos battleship passed through half the Yuan continent and arrived outside the sacred mountain. The huge body of the battleship frightened everyone. The small-scale battleship immediately surrounded the sacred mountain. A huge array was formed in an instant. The true eye was a small-scale battleship. Lin Fei, you have killed experts from my spirit race. Come with us. Chen Xing came out of the Cosmos battleship. His sharp gaze landed on Lin Fei, who was above the sacred mountain. It was this young man who killed 3 experts from their spirit race in the past. He even grasped a powerful technology. If not for him personally witnessing it, he would not dare believe it. To be able to help someone pass the tribulation successfully, bringing such a person back to the astral sea spirit race would be a great contribution, no matter what. The Cosmos God tribulation had always been recognized as a difficult problem. If they could obtain some secrets from Lin Fei and form a certain influence, it would be of great help to the Starry Sea spirit race. Such a good thing was not something anyone could encounter. At least Qin Xing had encountered it. This trip was truly rewarding. This time, in order to prevent Lin Fei from resisting, 2 out of the 9 cult masters came. They were the Cool Breeze cult master and the Heavenly Fire cult master. Lin Fei was also looking at the space battleship. Previously, he had a battleship, but compared to this space battleship, it paled in comparison. Be it in terms of level or power, it was incomparable. Lin Fei still had this kind of foresight. The other universes are indeed powerful. Just this space battleship alone is probably something that not many people in the entire eternal universe can afford. It's really expensive. Lin Fei thought to himself, no wonder even the Pope of the Vatican has to bow down to them. Lin Fei knew very well what they were afraid of. He was merely worried that he would be killed by the Cosmos gods from the spirit clan in the Starry Sea after leaving the eternal cosmos. The Cosmos gods from the eternal cosmos were simply too weak. They could not be compared at all, and the slightest carelessness would result in death. Ha 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 ha. Lin Fei guffawed. It was rare for a great cosmos to be bullied by a race to such an extent. Lin Fei, what are you laughing at? You should know what price you have to pay for killing someone from the Starry Sea spirit clan. An elder of the higher echelon shouted. The religious masters came, and so did the elders. They were all those who had enmity with Lin Fei. At this moment, it was finally their turn to take revenge. I am the prefecture master of the eternal religious master. I wonder if you have considered the consequences of giving up on me, just like that. Lin Fei shouted. Cool Breeze cult master and Heavenly Fire cult master exchanged glances. They knew that this Lin Fei would not give up without a fight. He was planning to create trouble. Move, capture him. Cool Breeze cult master ordered. He did not have any good impression of this Lin Fei who had created so much trouble. Many people who were related to him had suffered greatly in the hands of Lin Fei. With such an opportunity, sacrificing Lin Fei was perfectly normal. Even without this matter, Cool Breeze cult master would have made things difficult for them. After all, Lin Fei's tribulation transcendence methods were truly enviable. Such methods should not be mastered by a single person. Only in their hands could they unleash their true effects. In order to capture Lin Fei, the two religious masters brought the elites of the Roman Curia. At the same time, they also brought a treasure of the Roman Curia. Suppress. The black-armored team did not have many people. There were less than 20 of them. No matter how one looked at it, they looked very wretched. However, as soon as they attacked, they took out a treasure. It was a square-shaped seal. When the square-shaped seal appeared, everyone felt a jolt and subconsciously trembled. This square-shaped seal expanded with the wind and became so large that it covered the sky and suppressed the entire sacred mountain. Under the square-shaped seal, for streams of light flew out and finally gathered to form 4 words. Eternal Divine Seal. When the 4 words were spoken, a mysterious power instantly covered the entire sacred mountain. This is bad. I can't move. I can't move either. What is that thing? Everyone on the sacred mountain was in a state of panic because they couldn't move. They couldn't even use a trace of power in their bodies. Lin Fei, I know that your close combat strength is unparalleled. However, under the Eternal Divine Seal, you can't use a trace of power. This is the will of the universe. The Cool Breeze cult master said indifferently. You can be proud to be able to use the Eternal Divine Seal to suppress you. For hundreds of thousands of years, the Roman Curia has never used it. Enveloped by the Eternal Divine Seal, Lin Fei lost control of his body. He couldn't even control the power in his body. The Roman Curia really does have a trump card. Lin Fei never thought that the Roman Curia didn't have a trump card. For example, the Eternal Divine Seal in front of him was indeed very impressive. It could suppress him the moment it made a move. No wonder those rats in the dark could only play small tricks. I am indeed quite proud to be able to use such a treasure to suppress me, Lin Fei said. In your hearts, I am still a threat. In reality, that was indeed the case. Until now, the Roman Curia still hadn't figured out the level of Lin Fei's strength. In order to capture Lin Fei, they had used such a treasure. It could be said that they thought highly of Lin Fei. More than 10 people took out the Eternal Divine Seal. Once again, they took out many divine chains. They were completely dark gold in color. With one look, one could tell that they were extraordinary. They drilled out of the void and wrapped around Lin Fei's body. One after another, they wrapped around Lin Fei tightly. Lord Qin, we said that we would capture Lin Fei. We will definitely capture him. The Cool Breeze cult master said. This person can't resist. Lord Qin, feel free to take him away. Although it was a pity that he didn't have the heavenly tribulation transcendence technique, at least he didn't have to offend the astral sea spirit race. Lin Fei was pulled towards the cosmic battleship. Chapter 3486. Both the clear wind Hierophant and the sky fire Hierophant were relieved that Lin Fei would not be able to make a comeback. No one could resist the suppression of the Eternal Divine Seal. In order to deal with Lin Fei, the Hierophants had dealt a heavy blow. They were worried that Lin Fei would cause trouble. If that happened, it would be a huge blow to the Hierophant. Fortunately, everything was under control. Lin Fei had been taken down. Although it was a pity that Lin Fei's tribulation transcendence technique was lost, it was worth it to gain the forgiveness of the astral sea spirit race. The eternal universe's hierophants were unwilling to offend the astral sea spirit race. As long as Lin Fei was handed over to Lord Qin, the eternal universe would be free of a crisis. They would not have to worry about the astral sea spirit race blaming them. Lord Qin, I'll leave Lin Fei to you. The Sky Fire Hierophant said, no matter what you want to do with him, he will have nothing to do with the eternal universe from now on. They would talk about this later. Qin Xing was very satisfied with the Eternal Church's actions. Bringing back Lin Fei, who had many secrets, would be a great achievement. At the same time, they could see the eternal universe's uselessness. Overall, this trip had been a good one. In other words, I was sacrificed. Lin Fei asked calmly. The clear wind Hierophant sneered. You're right. From now on, you're no longer the eternal universe's Hierophant or an elder. You brought this upon yourself. With someone like you in the eternal universe, no one can guarantee that something will happen. The Sky Fire Hierophant said, you're a scourge in the eternal universe. Now, this scourge was finally going to be sent away. The astral sea spirit race was enough to give them a headache. If they offended someone more powerful, the entire eternal universe would be finished. Only they knew that the eternal universe was not the same as it had been hundreds of thousands of years ago. Its power was declining year by year. Ever since the head sect master had stopped appearing 100,000 years ago, the eternal universe had plummeted even further, becoming a bottom-feeder existence. If Universe 9 hadn't joined the Universe Adjudication Office, it was estimated that the eternal universe would have been in chaos. Even so, the influence of the eternal universe was declining year by year. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been so many Earth rats. Lin Fei burst into laughter. You've given me to the Astral Sea Spirit Clan. Have you ever thought about the consequences of offending me? The Heavenly Fire Hierarch said disdainfully, Lin Fei, you're too arrogant. Do you think you can still overturn the situation? There has never been a single cosmos god expert in the eternal cosmos who could escape from the suppression of the religious church. It is the same for you, even if you are a level 6 cosmos god. Cool Wind Cult Master chuckled, because you are currently a prisoner. At this point, Lin Fei still looked like he had not given up. The Cool Breeze Cult Master and the Heavenly Fire Cult Master were even more disdainful. Is that so? Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Who told you that I'm a prisoner? Lin Fei, who had been trapped by the divine chain treasure, struggled free from its restraints. Absolute strike. The moment Lin Fei broke free, he laughed. He punched out. There was not a single strand of force behind it. Nevertheless, those black-armored experts who were locked on by the religious church could smell the aura of danger. Capture him. He is suppressed by the eternal God seal and can't utilize any energy at all. It's the same for his fleshy body. Cool Wind Cult Master and the Heavenly Fire Cult Master sneered. As soon as they finished speaking, the powerhouses controlling the eternal divine seals let out muffled groans. Blood flowed from the corners of their mouths, and their bodies swayed. Layers of ripples appeared in front of them, and in the end, they formed a huge body. Lin Fei had underestimated how powerful these fellows were. Absolute Strike was the 5th prestige technique. At this moment, the execution of the technique was done through the system. He could not utilize any energy in his body at all. This did not affect the execution of the technique at all. In a single breath, Lin Fei launched 6 attacks. This light fist seemed to have locked on to the other party. Even if the other party had defenses protecting against it, the other party treated it as though it was nothing and directly injured the other party. Every single punch struck its target. That was frightening. You still dare to resist? Cool Wind Cult Master could no longer maintain his composure. He stretched out his hand, and a long spear appeared in his hand. With a shake of the spearhead spun and turned into a rotating black hole, piercing towards Lin Fei. Swish! Swish! The black hole spun, and the void collapsed. The spiraling force enveloped Lin Fei's body as though it wanted to grind away his flesh and blood. This spear was very powerful, but to Lin Fei it was just that. Multiple layers of defense. As a deep voice came out from Lin Fei's throat, the crushing force of the spear was blocked by the multiple layers of defense. Cool Wind Cult Master's spear continued to break through the multiple layers of defense, but it was unable to harm Lin Fei, who was just inches away. Is this the strength of a cult master? No matter how I look at it, it's disappointing. Lin Fei shook his head. After activating the multiple layers of defense, he also activated the injury exemption transfer. He had to admit that to be able to become the cult master of the eternal universe, his strength was unquestionable. For example, this spear attack was unbearable. This was the might of a cult master. What kind of technique is this? Cool Wind Cult Master held onto the spear with both hands, but he was unable to attack Lin Fei. It was as though there was a barrier in front of him. You are obviously being suppressed by the Eternal God Seal and are unable to mobilize any strength. To hell with it. Are you guys prepared to receive my fury? Lin Fei said calmly, sacrificing me won't do you any good. Dao friend Cool Wind, let me help you. Sky Fire Cult Master's face sank. He raised his hand and took out a treasure. Once the treasure appeared, it turned into a huge mountain and came crashing down. Its might wasn't inferior to Cool Wind Cult Master's. In an instant, Lin Fei faced the attacks of the two cult masters. Governor Lin's domineering aura. Under the suppression, he can still use his cultivation technique. Unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. When Xiu Fang and the others saw this scene, they looked at each other in dismay. Then they burst into cheers. Those who opposed Lin Fei in the Yuan Great Continent were just a small group. Nobody was clearer than them how beneficial it was for Lin Fei to be the prefecture master, especially since everyone on this sacred mountain cultivated the Tao of body cultivation. Those cosmos gods who were watching from afar sucked in a breath of cold air. This is really seeing a ghost. Even the two religious masters couldn't take him down. What technique has Lin Fei grasped? A strike from a religious master was something any cosmos god could not defend against. But at this moment, Lin Fei was feeling relaxed and content. The distance of a single step felt like 1,000 mountains and 10,000 rivers at this moment. They recalled the words of Lin Fei about the consequences if they could not take him down. Their hearts sank. If they were not careful, something huge might happen. Chapter 3487. Chun Xing of the Astral Sea Spirit Clan had seen all sorts of experts in the universe. This was the first time he had encountered a strange existence like Lin Fei. The Eternal God Seal was one of the treasures of the eternal universe. Any expert from the outside universe could not contend against it and could only obediently lower their heads. This was the strength of a supreme treasure. Chun Xing's eyes were filled with greed. Capture him. I must capture him. Once I grasp this person's methods, my strength will increase imperceptibly. I can catch him off guard at the crucial moment. For the first time, he had the thought of capturing him immediately. Keep an eye on Lin Fei. Once he tries to leave, stop him immediately. Chun Xing secretly ordered. The Cool Breeze Cult Master and the Sky Fire Cult Master attacked one after another. At this moment, they could not suppress Lin Fei. They could not even destroy the barrier in front of them. Every time they were so close that they almost collapsed. Not only was their power blocked by the barrier, but a small portion of it penetrated and disappeared without a trace. Such a scene really made them collapse. They were cult masters after all. For a moment, the Cool Breeze cult master and the Skyfire cult master felt that they had made a mistake coming. It seems like you have a plan. Lin Fei smiled. Then I'll have to do it. What treasure do you have on you? The Cool Breeze cult master's face was sullen. You can't control your own power. Boom! Boom! The black hole formed by the spear continued to attack the barrier, but it was firmly blocked. Even if it used all its power, it could not penetrate this layer of barrier. Because you don't have the qualifications. Lin Fei's gaze shifted. Experts from the Astral Sea Spirit Clan, are you sure you want to be my enemy? Chen Xing rarely heard such words. You're the first to say such words to me. Ignorant country bumpkin. Chen Xing sneered. You don't have the qualifications to be enemies with the Astral Sea Spirit Clan. Many people have tried to challenge the authority of the Astral Sea Spirit Clan, but in the end, they all turned into a pile of bones. You're the same, Lin Fei said solemnly. The spirits in the Sea of Stars have made their choice. You could have talked to me humbly and offered some compensation, and the whole thing would have been over. It's a pity that you don't know how to cherish the opportunity. In that case, I could have killed you without any qualms. Are you sure you want to kill me? Chen Xing laughed in anger. You? Yes. Lin Fei laughed. If I say I'll kill you, then I'll definitely kill you. The space battleship behind you looks pretty good. Just take it as my compensation. It just so happens that I'm lacking a flying treasure. This junior brother of yours is really fearless. On the Holy Body Mountain, Li, who admired Lin Fei very much. The Limit Dojo master smiled proudly. This junior brother of mine has created miracles time and time again. It's the same this time. I just hope that junior brother doesn't use his ultimate move and doesn't destroy the universe battleships. Those are all priceless. Li, who said enviously, that's right. I've always heard of universe battleships, but never had the chance to see one. If the schoolmaster is mighty and domineering, there's really hope for you to pilot a universe battleship. The people standing behind them were the same. Each of them was unusually eager. Universe battleship. Even if they hadn't seen it before, they had more or less heard of the rumors. Then I'll stand here today. Let's see how you're going to kill me. Chen Xing knew that Lin Fei wasn't free from the suppression of the universe God Seal. Killing him was simply wishful thinking. Under such circumstances, if the other party could still kill him, then his methods were too powerful. Moreover, was he someone who was easy to kill? Absolutely not. All along, there had been countless people who wanted to kill him, but in the end, they all ended up dead in his hands. Chen Xing didn't know who gave the other party such confidence. As you wish, Lin Fei laughed. You're the first person to directly seek death. The free one-time killer move was activated. Infinite obliteration. This was the ultimate move that Lin Fei exchanged for. He pointed his finger lightly. The target was Chen Xing. Chen Xing had a sneer on his face, ridiculing the other party for overestimating himself. I seem to smell the aura of death. Chen Xing's expression suddenly changed. With a wave of his hand, battle armor appeared on his body. The defensive treasure was activated, but it still couldn't stop the aura of death. What exactly is this ultimate move? Why? Hua hua hua! Chen Xing's body rapidly disintegrated at a speed visible to the naked eye. The Spirit Clan experts behind him were all gone. In less than a breath, they turned into nothingness, leaving only the universe battleship. The sky suddenly quieted down. The Clear Wind Cult Master and the Skyfire Cult Master subconsciously stopped their attacks. Looking at the empty universe battleship, their minds went blank. Chen Xing of the Spirit Clan in Universe 7 was killed just like that. He had no ability to resist. Instant kill. You killed Qin Shing. You. At this moment, the two sect masters were filled with fear. Too savage. They had never seen such a savage person. Qin Shing's strength wasn't any weaker than theirs. He was even above them, and wasn't any weaker than a cult master. But now he was killed just like that. The edge of Lin Fei's mouth curled up. He beamed. I feel that Sir Qin Shing is lacking one or two companions on his way to the Yellow Springs. No, not companions, but a guide. Clear Wind Cult Master and the Sky Fire Cult Master felt their hearts trembling. We are going to die, we are going to die. With the scene of Qin Shing, they had no confidence of resisting against Lin Fei's killing move. Governor Lin, don't kill me. This is a misunderstanding. We were forced to do so. Clear Wind Cult Master dropped a spear. He hurriedly said, Right, we aren't targeting Governor Lin. The Sky Fire Cult Master scolded Clear Wind Cult Master inwardly for changing his attitude so quickly. Previously, when he suggested dealing with Lin Fei, he was the fastest to run. The people on the Sacred Body Mountain and the Cosmos gods who came to watch. At this moment, they were all dumbfounded. Some outsider Cosmos gods had started running. Right, they were running. They finally understood what Lin Fei said. Something huge was about to happen. Even the experts from the Starry Sea Spirit Clan were killed, much less these Cosmos gods who wanted to take advantage of the situation. If they did not leave now, when would they do so? For a moment, many streams of light escaped through the void. When they met each other, they would even say, You should run too. That's right, let's run together. Everyone should run together. Who knows? We might be able to drag someone down with us. Face, there was no need for it at this moment. If they were killed by Lin Fei, that would be a loss of face. Living would always be the best. I feel that it is better to kill all of you. Lin Fei said seriously. He pointed out, Chapter 3488. Clear Wind Sect Leader and Sky Fire Sect Leader ran away shamelessly. This scene shocked many people. The sect leader actually ran away. The sect leader in my mind doesn't look like this. This is our Eternal Universe's sect leader. Governor Lin is mighty and domineering. Mighty and domineering. The people of Yuan Continent were excited. After Clear Wind Sect Leader and Sky Fire Sect Leader ran away, the person controlling the Eternal God Seal also turned and ran, afraid that he would be killed if he lagged behind. In the blink of an eye, everyone ran away, leaving only Lin Fei in the sky. Who said a sect leader must be bold? Lin Fei shook his head. A sect leader without his life. What kind of sect leader can he be? After they escaped, the Eternal Divine Seal shot into the void with a swoosh and disappeared as well. The pressure that had enveloped Lin Fei's body disappeared completely in the blink of an eye. Lin Fei regained his freedom. The mission is only half completed. The system notification did not come. Lin Fei shook his head, knowing that the mission was not completely completed. Junior brother, you are so savage that even the Clear Wind cult leader and the Skyfire cult leader were scared away by you. The dojo master of the limits flew over and laughed. His gaze landed on the space battleship and his eyes lit up. Even Li Hu and the rest had the same expression. Lin Fei smiled. You guys have something to do now. Immediately bring people and chase out all the forces belonging to the Vatican in Yuan Continent. Whoever dares to stay in Yuan Continent, kill them all. The system mission was out. Lin Fei had nothing to say to them. Ha ha ha. I have been unhappy with them for a long time. The dojo master of limits laughed. I have been waiting for this day. Li Hu and the rest of the elders did not hesitate at all. With Lin Fei's order, the entire Yuan continent was in a state of panic. All the people of the Vatican were chased out. They were not allowed to bring anything with them. In an instant, curses could be heard. No one dared to make a move. obediently getting out of Yuan continent. 3 days later, chase away all the troops of the church in the Yuan continent. The people who were causing a ruckus all ran away. The dojo master of limits started to capture people. Anyone he caught would be sent to do hard labor. The longest period would be at least 10,000 years. Those who were caught regretted it. The price was too high. The Vatican chose to remain silent about the actions of the Yuan continent. No army of the Vatican came to suppress Lin Fei, as if nothing had happened. In the meeting hall of the Holy Mountain of the Church, at this moment the atmosphere in the conference hall was very depressing. Look at it now. You've caused such a huge commotion. How are you going to clean up this mess? The Immortal Sword sect leader roared. Angry, very angry. As the number 1 sect leader under the great sect leader, the Immortal Sword sect leader had not been so angry in a long time. Just because of Lin Fei's matter, he caused such a commotion, which was unforgivable. They were able to clearly see what was happening outside the Sacred Body Mountain through their special treasures. A slap in the face. Papa! The Immortal Sword sect leader initially abstained. In his eyes, Lin Fei's potential was not bad. He did not have any thoughts of taking him down, so he chose to abstain in the end. In the end, Lin Fei really put on a show for everyone. Chun Xing, an expert from the Star Sea Spirit race, was killed in an instant. Until now, they still could not figure out how Lin Fei used such a big killing move. This dark cloud had been hanging over everyone's heads. Following the roar of the Immortal Sword sect leader, no one dared to make a sound. Qing Feng, Heavenly Fire, you too were the ones who jumped the most. Now that something has happened, what do you say? The Immortal Sword sect leader's cold light flashed, shooting towards the 2 sect leaders. I think that Lin Fei's big killing move has a huge side effect. The sect leader said, if we arrange it again, I believe we can definitely take down Lin Fei. We underestimated Lin Fei. Next time, Lin Fei will not be able to use it so easily, the Heavenly Fire sect leader added. As for what happened a few days ago, they shamelessly chose to ignore it. What was face? It was more important than one's life. The Immortal Sword sect leader sneered, then go and try. Chun Xing, an expert from the Star Sea Spirit race, was killed in an instant. I think no one would be willing to touch this matter. The sect leaders were silent. You want them to go? Save it. I think we have to take this matter slowly, the sect leader said, who said that Lin Fei was easy to bully. Go and try it now. The Tianluo Prefecture Lord sneered. I don't dare to face that kind of killing move head-on. Moreover, the Yuan continent now has at least a level 2 universe warship, in addition to 10 small warships. It is no longer a problem of how many people can deal with it. Instead, it is a problem of how much we have to pay. The sect leaders were silent again. With the universe warship left behind by the Star Sea Spirit race, it was equivalent to contributing a huge amount of combat power. Who would dare to look down on it? This matter was not easy to solve. The Immortal Sword sect leader really wanted to slap them to death. A good matter had become like this. Now it was like riding a tiger, and it was hard to get off. Even the universe God Seal could not suppress Lin Fei's unimaginable means. Sect leader, what if Governor Lin attacks? The Star River Prefecture Lord had given up. Now that his neighbor's strength had greatly increased, the Star River Prefecture Lord was panicking. If he attacked, he would not be able to hold on. The Star River Prefecture Lord hated those guys to death. This was simply a trap. The other prefecture lords did not know what to say. From the actions of the Yuan continent, Lin Fei wanted to establish himself as a king. All he lacked was a slogan. As a neighbor, the Star River Prefecture Lord was definitely under a lot of pressure. In the future, whoever dared to say that the Yuan continent did not have the strength would have to test the power of the universe worship first. I can only have a good talk with Governor Lin. The Immortal Sword sect leader shook his head. On one side there was Lin Fei. On the other side there was the Star Sea Spirit Race. Yuan Continent, Saint Physique Mountain. Ding, mission completed, reward obtained. 3 days later, Lin Fei finally heard the system prompt. The mission was considered completed. Generous reward. Lin Fei had always been thinking about this. With the reward, Lin Fei's skill attributes immediately increased to 9. He could use 3 skills for free, which made Lin Fei very happy. With these 3 prestige skills, even if the Star Sea Spirit Race came again, they would have to pay a price. If they could send another batch of universe warships over, that would be even better. The largest universe warship, Lin Fei, stopped outside the Saint Physique Mountain. Warships were indeed warships. Their fighting strength was very strong. As for the remaining 10 small universe warships, Lin Fei handed them over to his senior brother, the Dojo Master of Limits, to manage them. As a result, he could see the universe warships flying around the Yuan continent every day. Super fast speed and sharp attacks were definitely everyone's nightmare. Chapter 3489. Yuan Continent. A space battleship transformed into a stream of light and charged into the depths of the void. In an instant, it left the Yuan continent and arrived outside of the universe. In the vast and boundless universe, the space battleship stopped in the universe. Wave after wave of the universe's power pressed down, and the space battleship withstood the crushing force. This is outside of the universe. Lin Fei sat in the space battleship and looked at the endless starry world outside. This was the first time he came out in a space battleship. Lin Fei was quite disappointed by the Vatican's silence. If they fought their way over, it would be great if they triggered a mission. Unfortunately, they did not dare to come. With the space battleship, I can withstand the invisible crushing force outside of the universe. It is indeed much easier. Lin Fei controlled the space battleship and entered a deeper level of travel. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The starry sky in the universe was almost the same. It was empty and there was absolute silence. Those who were not used to it would not be able to accept this kind of boring silence. Unfortunately, I can't leave yet. After flying the space battleship for a round, Lin Fei returned to the Yuan continent and stopped at the Sacred Body Mountain. It is fast and its defense is strong. The only problem is that it consumes a lot of energy. The space battleship did not use anything else but a special energy block. A small block contained a large amount of energy waves. Without enough energy blocks, it would be very difficult to fly in the universe. Lin Fei ordered them not to use the space battleship unless there was something important. It would be really shocking if the enemy attacked and the space battleship was useless. Prefecture Master, they are here. When Lin Fei came out of the space battleship, Li Hu rushed over to report to him. You're finally willing to come. Lin Fei said with a smile. Who's here? Li, who was originally prepared to be worried, but the scene before him made him dumbfounded. Since when did the Vatican become so timid that they had to swallow their anger? Tianluo Prefecture Master, Windless Sect Master, and unnatural. Li Hu said, Old acquaintances. Lin Fei smiled. In the meeting hall, everyone present was Lin Fei's acquaintance. Why didn't you say hello to me when you came? I could have gone to pick you up. Lin Fei came in from the outside with a smile. The Tianluo Prefecture Governor stood up and smiled bitterly. Governor Lin, please don't make fun of us. We were really afraid that you would take us down. Unnatural looked at Lin Fei with complicated emotions. The guy that he had to take care of in the past had now become an existence that the church was wary of. 1 large space battleship and 10 smaller ones instantly raised the overall strength of Yuan continent. If the church wanted to take action now, they would have to pay a hefty price. Lin Fei said with a smile, How would I dare to make a move? Now, I'm afraid that the Vatican will make a move. With 9 leaders and that treasure, I really can't handle it. Tianluo, Prefecture Master, and unnatural rolled their eyes. You have a killer move. The powerhouses of the Astral Ocean Spirit clan were strong, but they were defeated by you in a single move. They even gave you a generous gift. It was impossible to say that they were not tempted. Governor Lin, let's have a talk. The windless cult master, who had been silent all this while, spoke. The windless cult master did not dare to underestimate the future legend of the eternal universe. I'm not the prefecture master anymore. Lin Fei shook his head and sat down in front of the windless cult master. What's the matter? I like to be direct. The windless cult master had supported Lin Fei back then, but in the end, such a huge matter still happened. Governor Lin, the Vatican does not intend to do anything about this matter. The windless Hierophant said, the higher-ups all have their own ideas. They had no choice but to deal with the Astral Ocean Elves. Hence, we admit our loss. The Hierophant is willing to give you Yuan Continent as an apology. The Vatican did not care much about Yuan Continent. The key was to prevent Lin Fei from acting recklessly. With the Universe battleship and small warships, Yuan Continent's strength would skyrocket. If it expanded, its neighbors would not be able to stop it. It was necessary to appease them. The higher-ups of the Vatican had no other choice. Since the matter had already happened, it had to be resolved. The windless cult master had no choice but to come here. Lin Fei chuckled. Yuan Continent? I don't think it's sincere. You should know that with my current strength, Yuan Continent is mine even if I don't do anything. I can even take down the neighboring prefecture. The windless cult master's heart sank. He was worried that this would happen. The Vatican would not easily agree to be abandoned and sacrificed. They could not figure out how many more times Lin Fei could use that big move of his. No one was willing to be a guinea pig. Governor Lin, what do you want? The windless cult master said in a deep voice. It was useless to put on airs in front of Lin Fei. Instead, it would infuriate Lin Fei. Lin Fei extended a finger. First, I'll compensate you. The Vatican's eternal God stone, no more, no less. 100 million will do. Then, I'll make a statement saying that this matter is your fault. I just encountered an undeserved disaster. Satisfy these two conditions, and I'll have nothing to do with the Vatican in the future. In his eyes, among the Vatican's treasures, the eternal God stone was the most valuable. Unfortunately, after the system update, it was no longer that convenient to enter. Even now, Lin Fei could not bear to waste an opportunity. It would be the best if he could earn a sum of money openly. That's impossible. The windless cult master shook his head. The eternal God stone is a special product of the eternal universe. It's one of the most important resources. 100 million is completely impossible. Lin Fei was indeed demanding an exorbitant price. This can be negotiated. Lin Fei smiled. How would we know if we don't negotiate? The windless cult master knew that if he did not pay the price, this matter would not be resolved. The latter was easy to negotiate as it would not affect the Vatican, who were thick-skinned. However, it was hard to say for the eternal God stone. If the Vatican is not willing to negotiate, I'll have to go and get it myself. Lin Fei said seriously, although it'll be troublesome to find it, I believe it'll be possible if I spend some time. If it was someone else, the windless cult master would definitely scoff. If it was so easy to find, then the eternal mystery domain would not exist. However, if it was Lin Fei, he would not be so sure. Who knew if there would really be a way? Such a thing had happened once, causing his heart to skip a beat. An idea popped up. The leader of the windless cult looked at Lin Fei with a solemn expression. 100 million is too high. The windless cult master said, It's not easy to form the eternal God stone. I can only give you 5 million at most. 5 million is too little. I'll give you at least 90 million. Lin Fei looked at the windless cult master. Your Vatican is rich and overbearing, yet you still care about the eternal God stone? I'm holding back my anger. Tianluo Prefecture Master, and the unnatural did not speak. Chapter 3490. Finally, Windless Religious Master left. Oh, right, let me tell you a piece of news. The Astral Sea Spirit Clan has sent out an Astral Sea law enforcement team to capture you. You must be careful. Before leaving, Unnatural reminded him. Lin Fei appreciated it. They really think highly of me to send out a law enforcement team to capture me. In the cosmos, those who could become a law enforcement team would definitely have outstanding aspects. In addition to the previous matter, Lin Fei was certain that the moment they came to the Yuan Great Continent, they would not drag things out. They would directly act. From the Cosmos battleship contributed by the Astral Sea Spirit Clan, Lin Fei understood why the eternal cosmos was afraid of other cosmos. They were not strong enough. Reaching the cosmos god level, cultivating both inner and outer cultivation was the most important. Inner was naturally their own strength. Outer was to rely on external items like the cosmos battleship to grasp a powerful combat power. How many could survive under such circumstances? Just the attack from the cosmos battleship was at the level of a cosmos god. It was more concentrated, and after sweeping across the entire cosmos, it would be an instant kill. By then, if he acted personally, how many could resist against him? Lin Fei finally understood the crux of the matter. Cosmos 7 was already like this, much less other cosmos. Lin Fei was startled just thinking about it. Lin Fei still remembered Unnatural's words before he left. The Eternal Church was indeed not willing to act against him. They even brought up the matter of negotiation, paying the Yuan Great Continent and the Eternal Divine Stones. They could get rid of this enemy, who would not be happy. Several days later, Windless Religious Master came again. This time he brought a total of 15 million Eternal Divine Stones. It was a huge loss for the Holy Church. Windless Religious Master still remembered that when he mentioned that Lin Fei might be the one who barged into the Eternal Secret Realm, the 8 religious masters were shaken, especially Immortal Sword Religious Master. There was no need to argue before the matter was settled. 15 million Eternal Divine Stones. Lin Fei, you win this time. Windless Religious Master took out the Eternal Divine Stones. His heart felt like it was bleeding. After that, our Holy Church will make a public announcement. I only hope that you can keep your promise. 1,500 Eternal Divine Stones was indeed not a small amount, and they were satisfied that they had spent so much. Let's mind our own business. Nothing will happen. Lin Fei laughed. The Windless Hierophant agreed. Don't worry, the Vatican won't make things difficult for you. Leaving behind these words, the unwindy hierarch left the Yuan continent. The matter was finally resolved. The Vatican, you're more fragile than I thought. Lin Fei shook his head. Without the head hierarch. Not long after, the Holy See made an announcement, shocking everyone. The Great Holy See had actually lowered its head. In reality, the Vatican was also very frustrated. However, they had encountered Lin Fei, who could not be suppressed by a supreme treasure like the Eternal Divine Seal. In the past, whoever was disobedient would be suppressed. Unfortunately, all of this was completely useless against Lin Fei. Moreover, Lin Fei had also mastered a killer move. How many people could block it? The one from the Astral Sea Spirit Clan was strong, right? The cosmic warship had come, but Lin Fei had taken advantage of it. The Yuan continent's strength had increased greatly. This is unbelievable. How did Lin Fei do it? Lin Fei is no longer a powerful force independent of the Eternal Vatican. Exactly. It's a cosmic warship. The news dealt a huge blow to the Vatican's authority. Those who had wanted to watch Lin Fei fall shut their mouths. From this moment on, Lin Fei was no longer a prefecture lord, but an overlord of the eternal universe. Anyone who offended this overlord would not have a good ending. Previously, the Vatican had restrained him. Now that there were no restraints, He was like a dragon soaring through the 9 heavens. Who could compete with him? In an instant, many people took the initiative to go to the Yuan continent, the neighboring Star River Prefecture. The Star River Prefecture had suffered the greatest loss, and many people went there. The Star River Prefecture, Lord, could not stop them even after giving the order. He had no choice but to deploy the army to seal off the border to the Yuan continent. The Yuan continent, in a secret room. Lin Fei was currently researching on the prestige skill. Lin Fei had to properly research on the 3 skill columns, especially since he had to exchange them for the prestige skill. He opened the skill column. Skill 1, Multi-Layer Defense, Grandmaster Grade. Skill 2, Damage Transfer, Grandmaster Grade. Skill 3, Deity Grade Tracking, Intermediate Grade. Skill 4, Absolute Hit, Elementary Grade. These were the 4 skills that Lin Fei currently grasped. The first 2 were Grandmaster Grade. A multi-layered defense and a damage transfer would greatly weaken the attacks of Cosmos gods. Such attacks could hardly harm Lin Fei at all. 2 defensive skills do not seem enough. No matter what, I have to use another one. Lin Fei searched for a defensive skill. After all, to him, survival was more important when there were so many enemies. Hence, he did not mind using another defensive skill. Eventually, Lin Fei chose a slightly more formidable defensive skill. Damage Reflection. This was the skill that Lin Fei chose. Not only could it reduce the damage, it could also be grafted. As the grade of the skill increased, the amount of damage grafting would increase too. Skill 5. Damage Reflection, Elementary Grade. When the damage is transferred to them, just thinking about it makes me excited. Lin Fei grinned. As for the 6th skill, I need a fast movement skill. This was a decision that Lin Fei had made after considering for a few days. Even if his own speed was fast, it would not be as fast as the system skill. The system skill was mighty and tyrannical. After being suppressed by the Eternal God Seal, Lin Fei was clearer than anyone that such a method had appeared once, and he did not wish for it to appear a second time. Do not think that the church did not research on how to deal with him in the dark. Lin Fei had to prepare a way to deal with it. Hence, a movement skill was necessary. Skill 7. Unlimited Movement, Elementary Grade. This was a high-grade skill that required a lot of money to exchange. With 15 million Eternal God Stones in his account, Lin Fei did not feel the pinch in exchanging for it. He had a life-saving skill, a movement skill, and all that was left was an attack skill. Currently, Lin Fei had an attack skill, and that was Absolute Hit. Once the attack was launched, it would be locked on to the opponent. The weaker opponent would be at a disadvantage. Lin Fei was very satisfied with this skill. Skill 8. Heavy Injury, Elementary Grade. This was a skill that was used in conjunction with unlimited movement. With one movement, he could first give the opponent an absolute hit, then a heavy injury. Of course, this skill consumed a lot of energy. At the very least, he could make the opponent lose the ability to fight in one move. Lin Fei also wanted to exchange for an instant kill skill, but the prestige was too expensive. He could not bear to exchange for it, so he could only settle for something else. Skill 9. Great Teleportation, Elementary Grade. Chapter 30, 491. He had learned all 9 techniques. The number of techniques Lin Fei could use had increased from 3 to 4 to 9 in the blink of an eye. His overall combat power had soared once again. Unlimited teleportation. In the elementary realm, Lin Fei only needed to think about the places he had been to in the great Yuan continent, and they would immediately appear in this place. Mountains, lakes, valleys, secret realms. Lin Fei was constantly moving. The effect was great. Every time he moved, there would not be a single ripple. It was as if he was in sync with the surrounding space. This was a nightmare to the enemies. The only flaw was that the distance of unlimited teleportation was not considered long. It was within a range of 500 million kilometers. In a battle, This distance was extremely effective. After mastering the 9 techniques, what was left was to complete various missions to gain reputation and points to increase the power of the techniques. The elementary state was just the beginning. Lin Fei was clear that it would take a long time to raise the techniques to the Grandmaster level. Ding, the astral race is attacking again. Host, please lead the experts to attack them and deal them a heavy blow. The reward will be calculated according to the damage dealt. The system was indeed the system. It gave Lin Fei a chance to gain points. The astral race is really coming. They are taking it for granted. Lin Fei squinted. Now that my combat power has improved, it is time for me to complete a wave of missions. With 9 techniques, Lin Fei was filled with confidence. The Yuan Great Continent only had the battleship left behind by the astral race. The moment they heard that Lin Fei was going to attack the astral race, Dojo Master Li Hu and the other elders agreed wholeheartedly. It was not surprising that the prefecture master would attack the other party head-on. The Holy Church did not recognize Lin Fei as the prefecture master, stripping him of his qualifications. But in the Sacred Body Mountain, everyone was used to calling him prefecture master. This was the most suitable title for Lin Fei. This time, I'll bring 10 people over. There's no need to rush the rest. We have plenty of time in the future. Entering the cosmos to fight wasn't an easy task. Why could only cosmos gods travel through the cosmos? Because cosmos gods were qualified to resist the power of the cosmos. And those below the cosmos god realm would die the moment they stepped into the cosmos. Chang Lai, who was chosen, was extremely happy, while those who weren't were filled with envy and jealousy. This was a major event in one's life. It had always been the other universes, bullying the people from their eternal universe. Now, it was finally their turn to bully others. Lin Fei drove the universe battleship out of the Yuan continent with 10 smaller universe battleships. This time, Lin Fei did not hide anything when he left. He was very high profile. Lin Fei left. The few church masters of the Vatican immediately got the news. Lin Fei is Lin Fei after all. He doesn't have a single moment of free time. Does he really think that he can fight against the Astral Sea spirit race? The Cool Breeze cult leader sneered. I heard that the Astral Sea spirit tribe has deployed a level 3 cosmic battleship this time. It's even more powerful, said the Skyfire hierarch. I can guarantee that Lin Fei will definitely die a horrible death. The Clear Wind cult master and the Heavenly Fire cult master were eager for Lin Fei to suffer. What the hell was that? I think we can send troops to take back the Yuan continent now. A hierarch suggested. The Vatican had lost a lot of face in this matter. The Yuan continent had been separated, and many people had secretly mocked them. Now that the opportunity had come, they could take back the Yuan continent to shut more people's mouths. The hierarchs were well informed. After the Astral Sea spirit race suffered a huge loss at the hands of Lin Fei, the entire upper echelons of the Astral Sea spirit race were furious and sent out a team. Although it was just a team, its combat power was abnormally terrifying. This combat power might not be much in other universes, but in the Eternal Universe, it was definitely an insurmountable mountain. Using it to deal with Lin Fei was like using an anti-aircraft gun to kill a mosquito. Basically, without thinking, everyone knew the outcome. I don't think it's appropriate. What if Lin Fei is just faking it? A hierarch disagreed. When Lin Fei takes revenge, who will stop him? The level 2 battleship in his hands is not to be trifled with. I'm already a bag of bones. I can't stop the attack of a level 2 battleship. Because of the existence of external objects, the level 2 battleship and small battleships posed a huge threat. Even if the battleship was destroyed in the end, the Vatican and the hierarchs would have to pay a huge price. Everyone understood this point. Vote. This time it was the same as last time. Lin Fei had made the hierarchs lose face. Taking advantage of this opportunity to take back the Yuan continent, Even if Lin Fei escaped, they might be able to give Lin Fei a big gift. A gift that would make him wish he was dead. The Cool Breeze Hierarch and the Sky Fire Hierarch were secretly delighted. This time, you won't be able to escape. The Level 2 battleship left the Yuan continent and stepped into the universe. Behind it, 10 small battleships followed. Everyone was excited to enter the universe for the first time. Not long after, they returned to normal. The universe was too ordinary. After a long time, they didn't feel anything. They also understood why traveling in the universe was such a boring and tedious thing. It was indeed quite boring. Follow my battleship. Others might not be able to find the astrals, but Lin Fei was an exception. The godly tracking technique came in handy. Vaguely, Lin Fei sensed the general direction and controlled the universe battleship to change direction. Let's wait here and wait for them to tire themselves out. The system's mission was to attack the astrals, and waiting here was in line with the system's rules. The Level 2 battleship and small battleships had a limited amount of energy crystals left behind. Chasing them blindly would consume a terrifying amount of energy. It was better to wait here, on an uninhabited planet in the universe. Lin Fei began to wait patiently for his prey. A large spell formation isolated the universe battleship's aura. And this planet was a dead planet. There was no aura of life, and it was empty. It was most suitable for an ambush. According to the godly tracking technique, they would definitely pass by this area. With this, Lin Fei was very confident. All of you stay here. I'll go take a look. Once I receive news, prepare for battle. Lin Fei came out of the Level 2 battleship, threw down this sentence, and activated the infinite movement. Whoosh! 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 Lin Fei activated the infinite movement to the maximum. This way he could move very quickly. He only wanted to confirm the astrals and familiarize himself with the infinite movement. 5 years later, Lin Fei had a very thorough understanding of the infinite movement. There would not be any deviation in his position. I can feel them. Chapter 3492. The universe was vast and boundless. A cosmic fleet was moving majestically through the universe. If anyone saw it, they would be surprised by the lineup of the cosmic fleet. Such a fleet could easily flatten a planet. At the front was a Level 3 cosmic warship. In the universe, a Level 3 cosmic warship was priceless. Only a powerful force could afford it, nor could it withstand the huge consumption. Behind the Level 3 cosmic warship were 3 Level 2 cosmic warships and 10 small warships. It was a huge lineup. We can reach the eternal universe in 3 to 5 years. No matter how powerful Lin Fei is, he won't be able to resist the attack of the Astral Sea Spirit Clan's warship. Inside the Level 3 cosmic warship, compared to the Level 2 cosmic warship, the internal space was more spacious, and the interior layout was more luxurious. The one who spoke was a Spirit Clan expert in black armor. His face could not be seen, but he had a superior aura. The Astral Sea Spirit Clan's higher-ups were furious that they had suffered a setback in Universe 9, losing a Level 2 warship and 10 small warships. It had been a long time since anyone dared to be so rude to the Astral Sea Spirit Clan. What annoyed them the most was that they had suffered a setback because of a mysterious person. If it had been a force, it might not have been a big deal. However, it was a great shame that they had suffered a setback because of a young man. General Pang, this time we are going to deal with Lin Fei. It's best if we can capture him alive. Chun Xing said expressionlessly, if we can decipher his secret, it will be of great use to the Astral Sea Spirit Clan. If Lin Fei was here, he would definitely recognize that this person was Chun Xing, who had been killed in one move. That's right, Chun Xing was not dead. As a Spirit Clan expert, he could entrust his soul to a certain level. It could be said that he was immortal unless he encountered a special expert. I know what I'm doing. Pang Tian said disdainfully, you suffered a setback because you underestimated him. I won't give him a chance to make a move. Chun Xing reported the situation in front of the higher-ups. The scene of him being obliterated also appeared, shocking many higher-ups. They had always thought that Lin Fei had mastered a new fighting style. Such a person was very valuable for research. For Chen Xing, this was a disgrace. Because of the loss of the Level 2 space battleship and 10 small battleships, not only did Chen Xing have to compensate a large sum of money, but his position was also suspended. This time, Chen Xing came along and had no authority. Chen Xing hated Lin Fei to the bone. He was originally high-spirited, but because of that guy, he ended up like this. Until now, Chen Xing had yet to figure out how to crack that move. Perhaps if he hid inside the warship, the situation might not be so bad. This time he would rather die than go outside. Previously, it was because he had underestimated Lin Fei. If he had attacked Lin Fei with his battleship from the start, the situation would not have been so bad. General Pang Tian was a warlord of the Astral Sea astral race. He was qualified to command a space battleship. In the Astral Sea astral race, his status was higher than that of the elders. The Astrals in the Star Ocean had dozens of such generals. Pang Tian was a bottom-feeder existence among the battle generals. Even so, Chen Xing had to lower his head and did not dare to say anything. Chen Xing didn't dare to say anything in response to Pang Tian's disdain. Once he witnessed Lin Fei's means. Don't blame him for not warning him. They're here, they're here. Boom, boom, boom. A small cosmic battle team had appeared. Those floating rocks were all smashed into pieces by the space battleship. Lin Fei retracted his aura as if he didn't exist. What a huge lineup. Is this a level 3 space battleship? Lin Fei saw it clearly and narrowed his eyes. Wow, they're really rich. They're trying to kill me. This lineup was indeed huge. From the level 3 space battleship, Lin Fei felt a terrifying aura. A level 3 space battleship is enough to threaten a Universe Stage 6 or Universe Stage 7 powerhouse. Lin Fei thought to himself, anyone targeted by it will definitely not have a good ending. Lin Fei had underestimated the Astral's desire for revenge. To send out such a fleet to deal with him was really unexpected. I originally thought that the Astral's fleet would be about the same as the last time, but it seems different now. Just a level 3 space battleship is enough to defeat the fleet I brought. Lin Fei was glad that he had come to scout. If he had really charged forward stupidly, other than him, no one else would have survived. A level 3 space battleship was powerful and domineering. It definitely had many ways to attack. If he didn't get rid of this battleship, there would be no chance of defeating them. I have to get rid of the level 3 space battleship first. If I can get it, that would be the best. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. Luckily, I have enough skills. Getting this battleship shouldn't be hard. A level 3 space battleship. Lin Fei's eyes were red. If he could get it, it would be much easier to go to other universes. The space fleet flew straight, not noticing Lin Fei, who was hiding. Lin Fei wasn't in a hurry to make a move. Once he made a move, he wanted to win. He believed that his skills should not be a problem entering the level 3 space battleship. Infinite movement wasn't a normal space movement. This was a skill from the system. It had unlimited possibilities. A mere level 3 space battleship, even if it was a level 4 or 5 space battleship. Lin Fei had the confidence to enter it instantly. The speed of a Cosmos battleship was much faster. It wasn't something a Cosmos god could compare with. Even for someone like Lin Fei, who grasped the ability of infinite movement, it was tiring for him after 5 years. But a Cosmos battleship was different. It maintained an extreme speed throughout. Within the control cabin of a small-scale battleship, a figure rushed in without any warning. Great teleportation! Lin Fei faced the person in the cabin. He waved both his hands, causing a black hole to appear. He opened his mouth and swallowed the other party, teleporting him to an unknown location. In the blink of an eye, Many black holes appeared, and many experts from the Astral Sea spirit race were teleported away. There aren't many people on the small-scaled battleship. This is good news. Lin Fei seized a small-scaled battleship. He rapidly sat on the pilot seat and easily controlled it. Finally, I don't have to work so hard anymore. The small-scaled battleship was changing people. It was as calm as the wind. It did not cause any ripples. Using infinite movement to enter the cabin was abnormally smooth. Even though the small-scaled battleship had defenses, under infinite movement it seemed to break apart. That strand of defense was useless. This was a small test by Lin Fei, and the result was good. Lin Fei was completely relieved. Now I can only wait. A few years was really nothing. Chapter 3493. The speed of a Cosmos battleship was extremely fast. Lin Fei had spent 5 years to arrive, yet he had spent 2 years on the Cosmos battleship. Furthermore, he was deliberately controlling his speed. We are reaching our destination. Lin Fei realized how strong other cosmoses were. If a Grade 3 Cosmos battleship was so powerful, then what about Grade 4 or 5? It would most likely be faster. If that Cosmos God were to drive a Grade 5 or 6 Cosmos battleship, everyone would take a step back and not dare to tangle with the other party. Such a Cosmos God would be able to leave whenever he wanted, even if he committed a crime. He was not worried about being chased by others. As for the other cosmoses, Lin Fei was truly looking forward to it. After settling this matter, the astrals from the Starry Sea would not dare to act again, even if I give them 100 guts. Lin Fei thought, who knows, it might be me who will go and deal with them. A Grade 3 Cosmos battleship would absolutely be of great help to him. At the very least, he would not have to worry about anything during his journey. It is time to act. The Cosmos battleship soon approached that uninhabited planet of death. Battle General Pang. We have detected traces of a Grade 2 battleship. It is just a few billion kilometers ahead. A subordinate came over to report. Pang Tian squinted. The Aboriginals will always be Aboriginals. They still dare to ambush us. Don't they know that a Grade 3 battle is sufficient to suppress them? Chun Xing did not speak. Using a Grade 2 battleship to fight against a Grade 3 battleship was purely seeking death. Be it in terms of power or defense, a Grade 2 battleship was not an opponent of a Grade 3 battleship. The moment they faced each other, they would be easily pierced through, turning into a pile of scrap metal. Inform the battleships behind that as long as they get close to the largest attack range of that place, we will immediately attack them indiscriminately. If they are not thinking of attacking us, we will give them a huge gift. Pang Tian sneered as he looked outside. Just a few country bumpkins dared to ambush them. They were truly gutsy. It had always been the astrals from the Starry Sea attacking others. Since when did others climb above their heads? The usage of a Cosmos battleship is indeed different. Lin Fei received the news. He was not surprised by this news. Starting from the Grade 3 Cosmos battleship, Lin Fei had realized this point. It should be said that the configuration of a Grade 3 battleship was better, and it was not realistic to ambush the other party. Fortunately, I was the vanguard to check it out. Otherwise, I would have suffered a great loss. Lin Fei did not dare to imagine. Once he was attacked by the opponent first, he would not be able to find any way to resist. It would be a complete one-sided suppression. The experts he brought would definitely suffer heavy losses. As for the space battleship, there was no need to mention it. The range of the Level 2 warships should be even further. Let them attack first. Lin Fei analyzed. Once we catch them off guard, I can go and deal with the Level 2 warship. 1 Level 3 battleship, 3 Level 2 space battleships, and the biggest threat was the Level 3 battleship. Lin Fei planned to take control of the 3 Level 2 space warships first. This way, he could reduce the pressure on Li Hu and the rest. The remaining Level 3 space warship would not pose any threat. With 9 skills in a narrow space, Lin Fei had the greatest advantage. It's time to send them a message. The dojo of limits, Li Hu and the others were waiting. This wait lasted for more than 7 years. They were already used to it. To be able to come to the universe with this strength, even if it was an uninhabited planet, who knew how many people would be envious of them when they returned. Those who received the message, everyone get ready. The enemy is coming soon. After the dojo of limits received the message, he immediately became spirited. On the first day, he informed everyone, "All small battleships, disperse for me." The dojo of limits ordered, "When I start the attack, you all follow behind me and attack together." The level 2 space warship had a longer range. The small battleships were much weaker. Finally, it's time to attack. This is the first time using a battleship to fight. Exciting, this is really exciting. Li Hu and the rest were also excited. Finally, they were going to fight against the Starry Sea Spirit Race, a powerful race of Universe 7. At this moment, they did not have a trace of nervousness or panic. Instead, they were filled with high fighting spirit. Regardless of the outcome, they had done the most unforgettable thing in history. Attack! Li Hu stared at the monitor. Following the notification from the battleship, a group of enemies entered the attack range. Attack! For the first time, the level 2 space warship shot out a high-intensity black beam filled with a terrifying aura of destruction. Boom! 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 Beams of light pierced through the universe and landed on Pang Tian's fleet. Caught off guard, their battleships suffered considerable damage. Swish! Swish! Immediately, a layer of flowing light appeared on the battleship's body. That was the battleship's defense, which could reduce the attack damage. They actually knew in advance. Pang Tian's face sank. Previously, he was prepared to attack in advance, but he was a beat too late. They actually attacked first. Fortunately, it was only the attack of one level 2 space warship. Counterattack. 3 level 2 space warships launched an attack. The beam attack, which was several times stronger than the opponent's, landed on the uninhabited planet. Only a loud rumbling sound could be heard. The terrifying power shot through half of the universe. What a terrifying attack! Fortunately, the schoolmaster reminded us, or else we would be in trouble. The small battleships moved quickly, avoiding the attack. In the universe, black beams of light shuttled back and forth, causing a huge commotion. Under the color, however, was the aura of death. When the two sides started fighting, Lin Fei originally thought that the level 3 space warships would also attack. Now, it seemed that he had thought too much. The opponent simply looked down on their battleships. You asked for it. If the level 3 space warships attacked, Lin Fei would definitely have a headache. The battleships that he brought would definitely not be able to withstand the attack. In the end, he would definitely suffer heavy losses. The two were not on the same level, so the attacks were naturally sharp and terrifying. Lin Fei used infinite movement and entered a level 2 space warship on the left. Who are you? When Lin Fei entered, the Astral Sea Spirit Race expert, who was controlling the battleship, couldn't help but be dumbfounded. How did this person get in? He actually didn't mobilize a battleship to defend himself. Greater teleportation. This was the fastest way to fight. Swish, swish, swish. Black holes appeared, sucking in the Spirit Race expert. Send a message immediately. We're under attack. A Spirit Race expert resisted the suction force and immediately prepared to contact the enemy. Lin Fei came to his side and kicked him. After a series of rumbling sounds, he was directly sent away. In a short moment, all the Spirit Race experts in the level 2 space warship were sent away. Without hesitation, Lin Fei used infinite movement again and entered the second level 2 space warship, catching them off guard. Without using force, greater teleportation was unstoppable. Even if they could block it, they wouldn't be able to withstand the power of Lin Fei's kick. Chapter 3494. The universe battleships exchanged fire. Beams of light collided back and forth, setting off energy fluctuations. Sir, not good. We lost contact with our battleships. In the Class 3 universe battleship, Pang Tian listened to the report, and his face sank slightly. Are you sure? Just now, we lost contact with all our battleships. The Spirit Race powerhouse who came to report cried, Not good. The Class 2 battleship launched an attack on us. Boom! Boom! The Class 3 universe battleship shook. It's Lin Fei, it must be that guy. Chen Xing suffered a loss because of Lin Fei. Even now, they still haven't figured out how that guy mastered those abilities. Only he can affect our universe battleships in a short time. Pang Tian wanted to curse. They haven't even seen the person, but they have already lost 12 battleships. What a slap in the face. Before, Pang Tian wanted to teach Lin Fei a profound lesson, daring to ambush them halfway. He really didn't take Universe 7 seriously. Immediately control the battleship and destroy the battleship outside. That guy wants to play. This general will see how he plays. Pang Tian gritted his teeth. The loss of the battleship is lost, but Lin Fei must be taken down. The Class 3 universe battleship started moving. One after another, turrets extended and aimed at the battleship behind. A series of beams shot out, instantly piercing the small battleship, leaving a huge gap. My battleship. From the moment he took control of the battleship, Lin Fei treated it as his own. But now it was beaten like this. Isn't this destroying his harvest? After working so hard for so long, Lin Fei did not have it easy. Infinite movement. Lin Fei rushed into the Class 3 universe. There were obstructions along the way, letting him know that the defense of a Class 3 universe battleship is indeed different. At least small and Class 2 battleships can't compare. When I have time, I have to do missions and gain prestige. Lin Fei came to the Class 3 universe battleship. You guys are very good, daring to destroy my battleship. As soon as Lin Fei came in, he sneered at everyone. Great transmission! Hua hua hua! Black holes appeared one after another, and the weaker people in the Class 3 universe battleship were sucked into the black holes. General Pang, he's Lin Fei. When Chen Xing saw Lin Fei, a look of hatred appeared on his face. It was this guy who made him lose face and had his power stripped away. Soul shock. Chen Xing had suffered a huge loss last time. Now that he saw Lin Fei appear again, he didn't say a word and attacked with his powerful soul force. At the same time, he took out a silvery white spear. Die! A spear thrust forward, swift and violent like thunder. His multiple layers of defense were pierced through. A strange flickering power gathered on the tip of the silver white spear, piercing through dozens of layers of defense. Lin Fei, I didn't know your background last time, but I'll definitely make you regret it this time. Chun Xing grabbed his spear and stabbed all the way down, easily breaking the defense in front of him. The strength of this spear also made Lin Fei secretly shocked. He seemed to have underestimated the power of the other universes. At the very least, this time, Chen Xing's combat power was very strong. This was the first time that a master-grade, multi-layered defense couldn't stop him. Weapon, it's definitely a weapon. Lin Fei's eyes narrowed, feeling the extraordinariness brought by the spear. Regret? How is that possible? Multiple layers of defense were pierced, and the silver-white spear stabbed Lin Fei's body. A terrifying tearing force erupted from the tip of the spear, sweeping his whole body. Damage transfer. The moment the power erupted, Chen Xing trembled all over, took a few steps back, and vomited blood on the spot. Cough, 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 cough. Why am I vomiting blood? He wasn't prepared last time, but this time, Chen Xing had prepared a cosmic weapon. He was full of confidence. determined to make Lin Fei suffer. But the current situation was completely wrong. Infinite movement. Lin Fei came to Qinxing's side and blasted out a punch. Absolute hit. Heavy injury. The two skills were stacked together. Qinxing blocked with his spear, and a force exploded in his body. His whole body became dispirited and on the verge of collapse. This was the first time Lin Fei used a combination of skills, and it seemed that the effect was very good. Again, Lin Fei laughed out loud as he punched out. Impudent! Do you treat this war general as if I don't exist? A stream of light came from the side. It was filled with a destructive aura. It was unknown when that war general Pang Tian acted. He held a unique weapon in his hand that could stimulate a unique energy like a light sword. With a single slash, more than half of Qinxing's defenses were torn apart. Lin Fei moved back and forth, evading the remaining attacks. The experts from Cosmos 7 are indeed different. No wonder even the Cosmos gods from Cosmos 9 have to be careful. Meeting such an expert isn't easy. This was also the first time Lin Fei met such an expert. War General Pang. His technique is slightly strange. You have to be careful. Qinxing's injuries were heavy, and he had a very strange attacking technique. Pang Tian struck out with his sword and laughed arrogantly. Just a small bumpkin, and you want this war general to send you to hell? Who do you think you are to behave atrociously on the spirit race? The light sword came again. One sword followed another, forming a sword net. I am behaving atrociously. What can you do to me? Lin Fei arrived behind this War General Pang. He punched out, and War General Pang Tian had an additional layer of defense. Humph, it isn't that easy to sneak attack me. Huh? War General Pang Tian's body swayed. He was completely stunned. I'm actually injured. Pang Tian did not care about Qinxing's reminder. He was armed to the teeth, and it was not that easy to break through his defense, especially in this place. This punch of mine feels good. Lin Fei pounced over again, punching Pang Tian's face. Heavy injuries. Absolute hit. Pang Tian retreated once again. The light sword turned around and slashed out, yet it missed. At the moment when the light sword attack missed, Lin Fei appeared behind him. He punched out again, causing his body to sway again. He opened his mouth and spurted out a large amount of blood. This is impossible. I have a protective armor on me that can block 30% of the attack. Lin Fei appeared once again and punched the defense again. He chuckled and said, "Haha, how could you know how powerful I am?" Qinxing's eyes widened and his body trembled. It was difficult for him to accept the scene in front of him. They seemed to have lost again. They did not even manage to touch a single hair on the other party's body. Instead, they suffered greatly. Bang, bang, bang. Lin Fei moved back and forth, punching Pang Tian again and again. There was no need for contact. Powerful skills added damage to the other party, and at the same time the heavy injuries effect was added. After a dozen punches, the insufferably arrogant War General Pang Tian fell to the ground, dying. Chapter 3495. The exchange of fire between the Cosmos warships was short. But to Li Hu and the others, this was the first time they felt how strong the Cosmos outside was. Just a single rank 3 Cosmos warship could suppress them to the point that they could not breathe. Frightening, truly frightening. Fortunately, their prefecture master was mighty and tyrannical, taking down the spirit race experts and this small-scale fleet. Prefecture master is mighty and tyrannical. Such a formidable warship. Even we are trembling in fear. After boarding the rank 3 Cosmos warship, they looked at each other in dismay. If not for the prefecture master, they could not defend against the attacks of the rank 3 Cosmos warship. Just look at those small-scale fleets. They were battered until they were in tatters. They could not defend against the attacks at all. Other than that, that uninhabited planet had similarly become tattered. There was a huge crater that made everyone feel afraid. They were even looking at each other in dismay. If this were to land on them, even cosmos gods would die. At this moment, looking at Prefecture Master Lin Fei, everyone was even more worshipping him. No one was clearer than them that with these small-scale worships, the strength of their Yuan great continent would explode once again. As for capturing the Starry Sea spirit race, Lin Fei was not surprised at all. With 9 techniques on him, it could be said that Lin Fei was not someone cosmos gods could compare with in terms of defense or strength. The experts from the Starry Sea spirit race were not weak. They had even exceeded the expectations of Lin Fei. For instance, the technological treasures seemed to have become a unique existence. After capturing the Starry Sea spirit bead alive, Lin Fei was prepared to interrogate him so that he could understand the specific situation. He was very interested in the vast cosmos. He was still hoping to get a large-scale cosmos star map. Chun Xing and Peng Tian were locked in the same cabin. Until now, they did not know how they lost so miserably. That Lin Fei was not someone they could fight against. Ignoring everything else, they were struck the moment they clashed, causing a huge damage that they could not defend against. Who would not be afraid of such a technique? And that teleportation that far surpassed their perception was frightening. In this way, who could stop Lin Fei's attack? The two of you seemed to be in a good mood. Lin Fei pushed open the door and entered. The 3 level 2 and level 3 warships were returning. Lin Fei, we are experts from the Star Sea spirit race. You'd better let us go immediately. Otherwise, the entire Star Sea spirit race will be your nightmare. Peng Tian was very unwilling to lose. He was a champion. Since when had the astral spirit races general become a prisoner? The corner of Lin Fei's mouth curled up. He arrived in front of Peng Tian and kicked him, adding the heavy injury skill. Peng Tian's face instantly twisted. Don't hit me, I'll die. With one kick, Peng Tian had no more thoughts. That terrifying kick almost took his life. Lin Fei fetched a chair and swaggered in front of them. Actually, I didn't want to make things difficult for you. Unfortunately, you all failed to live up to expectations. You all know that I'm not that easy to offend, but you still came to give me a gift. What do you want me to say to you all? The two of them were not stupid. They could hear the mockery in his words, and they felt extremely aggrieved. If we knew that you were so powerful, we wouldn't have come even if we were beaten to death. At this moment, the two of them had the same thought. The current Lin Fei was very mysterious and terrifying in their eyes. I like honest children. Lin Fei smiled and said, Now I'll ask and you guys answer. If anyone can't answer clearly, I don't mind giving you a kick. Peng Tian subconsciously trembled. He didn't want to do it again, even if he was beaten to death. We will definitely be honest. Lin Fei stayed in the cabin for a total of half a day. Quite a harvest. From the mouths of the two from the Star Sea spirit race, Lin Fei learned many secrets. These were things that could not be known in the eternal universe. But from their mouths, it was as common as having a meal. This universe is quite interesting, Han Sun thought to himself. Lin Fei walked out and narrowed his eyes. The power of technology is so prosperous. If I hadn't seen it myself, I would have found it hard to believe. Lin Fei was very interested in this technology. For instance, the battleship that came from the Star Sea spirit race actually came from the second cosmos. It was a technological cosmos. The people there did not need to cultivate qi, and they could rely on their technology to possess powerful combat power. One could say that everyone from the second cosmos had powerful combat power. Cosmos gods would be killed in the second cosmos if they were careless. Other than this, there was also the second cosmos that produced more than 90% of the technological treasures in the entire cosmos. Prefecture Master, something bad has happened. Li Hu hurried over. We have just received news that the Holy Church has acted against our Yuan great continent. They have sent out experts to trap the sacred mountain. What should we do now? The Holy Church is too shameless to actually take advantage of others' difficulties to do such a thing. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. Indeed, they have acted. Ever since they left, they had thought that the Holy Church might act. The ones leading them should be Clear Wind Cult Master and Sky Fire Cult Master, right? Lin Fei asked. Li, who still felt that his mental state was not good. He looked at Prefecture Master Lin Fei, who had always been calm, and nodded. Right, it is them. They only know how to scheme against us. Lin Fei was just about to say something when the system's voice came. Ding! The Holy Church has schemed against the host once again. They do not treat the host as anything. Please attack the headquarters of the Holy Church within 10 years and let them know that honest people can be angry too. Reward for mission completion. Activate a special support tool. Mission failure, weak for 10 years. Lin Fei was slightly surprised that the system would give him a mission at this time. He was very interested in this mission. A special support tool. It sounds amazing. I am really looking forward to it. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. Holy Church, oh Holy Church, you are the one who asked for this. Now that they had a grade 3 Cosmos warship and 4 grade 2 warships, anyone would feel uneasy. He, the Holy Church, I am coming. Lin Fei ordered for them to speed up. The people he brought along were shouting. Once they returned, even the cult master would have to be wary of them. He believed that when that time came, his expression would definitely not be good. At full speed, in less than 3 years, the eternal universe had already seen it. Inside and outside the Holy Mountain, Clear Wind Cult Master and Sky Fire Cult Master had brought people to surround this place. To them, surrounding it was enough. Once the Star Sea Spirit Race took down Lin Fei, they would break the array and take down the people inside. As for not making a move now, it was better to be safe. It has been almost 10 years. Do you think that Lin Fei has been taken down by the other party? Clear Wind Cult Master laughed. Definitely, it is a pity that the Star Sea Spirit Race has benefited. Sky Fire Cult Master was somewhat unwilling. Boom! Suddenly, there was a huge fluctuation in the space. Chapter 3496. The Level 3 space battleships led the Level 2 space battleships into the Yuan continent. The aura from the battleship made everyone's heart skip a beat. Everyone knew that the powerhouses of Universe 7's Starry Sea Spirit Race had arrived. I told you that Lin Fei would be out of luck. Look at it now. The Astral Sea Spirit Tribe has already invaded the Yuan continent. I think that Lin Fei probably ran away. Please don't harm us this time. In front of the cosmic battleship, everyone thought that Lin Fei was done for. At worst, he would have escaped. Who would dare to stay? The 2 sect masters are here. The Clear Wind Cult Master and the Heavenly Fire Cult Master flew over together. Only an idiot would miss such an opportunity to curry favor with them. The Eternal Universe and Universe 7 could not be compared at all. Even if the Clear Wind Cult Leader and the Heavenly Fire Cult Leader were sold, they would not be able to buy many of such a fleet. He's here. With the Level 3 space battleship leading the way, the powerful pressure caused the 2 of them to change color. Lin Fei could have offended anyone, but he had to offend Universe 7. A Level 3 space battleship had given them quite a fright. Originally, they thought that if they went up to welcome the Astral Sea Astrals, the other party would give them some face. However, as soon as they went up, the Level 3 Universe battleship sped up. Not good. The 2 sect leaders cursed inwardly. A huge wave of air rose up, and they were sent flying by the Grade 3 Universe battleship. This collision traveled tens of millions of miles and smashed into a huge mountain. The Clear Wind Cult Master and the Heavenly Fire Cult Master were smashed into the mountain, completely dumbfounded. What is going on? The collision from the Level 3 space battleship had injured both of them quite badly. After all, it was a Level 3 space battleship, and it was made of extraordinary materials. The Clear Wind Cult Master and the Heavenly Fire Cult Master didn't dare to get angry. They really didn't have any confidence in front of Universe 7. Not to mention anything else. Just the fleet in front of them could easily strangle them. Before they could figure out what was going on, the Level 3 battleship fired at them. Beams of light blasted over, filled with an aura of destruction. Boom! The light beam blasted a huge hole in the mountain beside the Ching Feng cult leader. The chilly aura scared the Cool Wind cult leader so much that his face turned pale. It's a misunderstanding. Don't fire. The Clear Wind cult master's body was covered in battle armor. After throwing out a few words, he fled forward. The Heavenly Fire cult master did the same. When the third-grade battleship's light beam shot out, his scalp went numb. Run. The two of them did not dare to fight back and ran away without saying a word. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The Level 3 warship was too fast. It was much faster than the Clear Wind cult leader and the Heavenly Fire cult leader. With a few swooshes, the Clear Wind cult leader was sent flying and smashed into a huge mountain. Then, the Heavenly Fire cult leader suffered the same fate. Any kind of defense or resistance was nothing in front of a Class 3 battleship. Some cosmos gods on the Yuan Great Continent were currently watching with their mouths agape. Is this the legendary cosmic battleship attack? My hair is standing on end. What a terrifying warship. Both Clear Wind Religious Master and Skyfire Religious Master are at the 8th level of Cosmos God Strength. Yet, before this warship, they can't even retaliate at all. This is unimaginable. No wonder someone once said that we Cosmos gods have transcended beyond the level of life and could soar across the cosmos. If one isn't strong enough, it is best not to go out. Seems like it is true. The Cosmos gods felt their hearts trembling. If it landed on their bodies, they might explode after a few exchanges. Look at the religious masters. They had treasures protecting them, yet they were still beaten into such a miserable state. Many cosmos gods had decided not to leave the eternal cosmos easily. The outside world was too dangerous. Even if an individual was strong, they would not be as strong as a battleship. After all, a single battleship could beat them until they cried for their parents. Don't fight anymore. I surrender. I admit defeat. The huge mountain was blasted into flat ground. A huge pit subsequently appeared. Clear Wind Religious Master and Sky Fire Religious Master lay within the pit. Their bodies were tattered and their auras were exceptionally weak. At this moment, they raised their hands and seemed like they were waiting to be captured. Actually, the two of them could not understand. It was clearly Lin Fei who offended the two of them. Yet why did the two of them act against them? They had no other choice. Treasures could not withstand the power of the powerful light beam attack. Instead, it was priceless treasures that were damaged after a series of attacks. They felt their hearts dripping blood. They regretted coming forward just now. What a huge loss. Left with no other choice, they could only surrender. If they continued fighting, they would not be able to hold on any longer. That kind of attack from the battleship with its destructive power was absolutely a nightmare. Two religious masters. The two of you really do not have any backbone. The battle has just begun, yet the two of you are already surrendering. Honestly speaking, I really despise the two of you. Lin Fei came out from the battleship. Standing on top of the battleship, he looked down at them with a smile. It's you, Lin Fei. You, why are you on top of this? Clear Wind Religious Master and Sky Fire Religious Master were both stunned. Lin Fei chuckled. You two are really fools. I was on the battleship, so naturally I killed them. The minds of the two turned blank. The two of you are not bad. Taking the opportunity when I'm not around, you surrounded the sacred mountain. Tell me, Should I kill the two of you now, or... Lin Fei smiled. This smile was extremely horrifying in the eyes of the two. Lin Fei, you dare? We are religious masters. Clear Wind, religious master, braced himself. Get him! Lin Fei snapped his fingers, causing the Grade 3 battleship to shoot out dozens of light beams. With a single move, all of them landed on the bodies of Clear Wind, religious master, and Sky Fire, religious master. For a moment, they were howling in grief. Stop fighting. We admit defeat. In front of the Grade 3 battleship, they had no chance to escape. After dozens of light beams landed on them, the two of them were in a worse state. They no longer had the calmness and stability of a religious master. That's right. Lin Fei chuckled. Knowing that I'm not easy to deal with, the two of you still dared to act. Your guts are not small. Now take off all your clothes. Take off all my clothes? The two of them hesitated. They were religious masters. So. The light beams landed on their bodies, causing them to dance around. Let's take off our clothes. Stop fighting. In front of the light beams from the battleship, they had no choice but to take off their clothes. If this continued, they would be beaten to death. Lin Fei chuckled in his heart. The Grade 3 battleship is indeed formidable. Without the protection of the armor treasures, Cosmos gods would explode after a few breaths. This level of attack was indeed sharp and tyrannical. Lin Fei truly wanted to thank the Astral Sea Spirit race for sending him such a good gift. Clear Wind, religious master, and Sky Fire, religious master, soon took off all their clothes. They covered their private parts with both hands and lowered their heads. Their expressions were ugly. This time, they had truly suffered a huge setback. Fly towards the Holy Church. As you fly, shout that we are trash. Lin Fei said, who dares not to say it? My big cannon has always been hungry and thirsty. Chapter 3497. Everyone thought that Lin Fei had run away. When the spirit race powerhouses of Universe 7 rushed over, who would have thought that Lin Fei would come out of the Level 3 warship? From the moment the Level 3 warship attacked the 2 school leaders to the appearance of Lin Fei, it was not long before they saw what tyrannical power was. Everyone is mistaken. Lin Fei did not run away. Instead, he killed the powerhouses of the Starry Sea spirit race. I don't think anyone will dare to do anything to Lin Fei in the future. Yeah, luckily we didn't make a move. Otherwise, if the Level 3 warship attacked, we would have died. That's too cruel. The Clear Wind school leader and the Heavenly Fire school leader flew forward. They shouted while flying. We are trash! We are trash! Even if the two of them were unwilling, there was no other way. The Level 3 warship was following behind them and could launch a cruel attack at any time. Lin Fei sat on the warship's pilot. System, you really know how to play tricks on people. According to Lin Fei's original intention, he would have definitely killed the Clear Wind school leader and the Heavenly Fire school leader. Needless to say, this matter was led by them. The school leader's identity was very powerful. In the end, the system issued a punishment mission. This made Lin Fei speechless. Fortunately, the system's reward was generous, which led to the scene. Lin Fei vaguely felt that after the system upgrade, it seemed to have become more arrogant and liked to issue all kinds of missions. At the same time, Holy See headquarters. It was rare for the 7 school leaders to gather together. The news sent back by the spy arranged in Holy Mountain shocked them quite a bit. A small fleet of the Starry Sea spirit race was actually taken down by Lin Fei. It was simply an inconceivable thing. They could not figure out how Lin Fei did it. Even they would not be able to do it easily, especially the Level 3 battleship in the lead. It would not be easy to destroy it. Clear Wind and Heavenly Fire are really the #1 scoundrels in the world. The Divine Sword Sect leader roared. I told you not to provoke Lin Fei. Now he has a small fleet. If he attacks us, we won't be able to take it." The sect master fell silent. At this moment, they really couldn't refute anything. He could only curse in his heart. He was clearly a level 6 cosmos god. Yet why was he so formidable? He could even take down the battleship of the Starry Sea Spirit Clan. If it were them, they would have to pay a huge price. Furthermore, the success rate was extremely low. In their eyes, Lin Fei was a monster. What is there to be scared of in our Vatican? If that Lin Fei really dares to take action, if we take action together, would we still be scared of not being able to capture Lin Fei? A sect master said. As soon as this person finished speaking, he was immediately despised. Taking down Lin Fei is easier said than done. If you have the ability, go ahead and see if his battleship makes you run for your life, or if you make Lin Fei run for his life. I believe it's definitely you. Lin Fei can't even suppress our church's eternal divine seal. How do you think we can deal with him? The capture of Lin Fei was still fresh in everyone's memory. It was the eternal divine seal. Even their religious master could not withstand it. Yet Lin Fei did so easily. He was absolutely the #1 freak. Enough! Immortal Sword religious master stood up. Our Vatican is in the wrong for this matter. Let's take one step at a time. If that Lin Fei really dares to act forcefully, our Vatican isn't someone to be trifled with. Immortal Sword religious master was the first to leave the headquarters. He was filled with worry. They came with ill intentions. Isn't that the religious master? What a good figure. Lin Fei is truly formidable and tyrannical. He actually forced the religious master to do such a thing. That is unimaginable. Clear Wind religious master and Sky Fire religious master flew over. Their shouts were soon noticed by others. When they recognized them as religious masters, many were dumbfounded. They were filled with disbelief. Was this still the high and mighty religious master in their eyes? Not at all. Their impression of the religious master shattered. Many people's faith crumbled. The Eternal Church's most powerful sect master had been reduced to a stray dog. It was hard to believe that this was real. When they arrived outside the Vatican, many people followed them to watch the commotion. They might not encounter such a huge event in their entire lives. All right, you guys can stop now. Lin Fei stood on the warship and smiled at the two. Clear Wind religious master and Sky Fire religious master lowered their heads. Their gazes were like knives cutting into their bodies. If there was medicine for regret, they would not have dared to make things difficult for Lin Fei. They had really gotten themselves into big trouble. Ding! Completed the mission of making the 2 religious masters run naked. Obtained 50 points. Activating the Wheel of Fortune. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes when he heard the system's notification. The reward for this mission was mission points. At the same time, he activated the Wheel of Fortune. It was not easy for the system to activate a new mode. He was lucky this time. Lin Fei was in no hurry to check the Wheel of Fortune. The Vatican's religious masters had appeared. There were a total of 7 of them. Clearly, they valued his arrival. It could also be said that they were afraid of the warships behind him. Lin Fei was driving a level 3 warship with 4 level 2 warships behind him. As for the smaller warships, they had all gone to the Holy Mountain to encircle the Vatican's people. Such a force would put a lot of pressure on anyone. Lin Fei, what are you doing here? The Immortal Sword religious master stood up and looked at Lin Fei. In a short period of time, Lin Fei controlled more than a dozen warships. He couldn't believe that this youngster did it. Even he didn't dare to say that he could take them all down. The Immortal Sword religious master regretted sacrificing Lin Fei and befriending Universe 7. In the end, such a thing happened. The current Lin Fei was not someone he could look down on. You can go back now. Lin Fei did not answer the Immortal Sword religious master's question. Instead, he said to the Clear Wind religious master and Sky Fire religious master. The two immediately relaxed and ran away without saying anything. Even if their treasures were taken away by Lin Fei, it would be good if they could return to the headquarters alive. "I'm here to settle the score," Lin Fei said with a smile. "I said before that you and I will mind our own business. But when I'm not in the Holy Mountain, your Vatican sent out a religious master. Do you really think that I, Lin, am easy to bully?" The immortal sword religious master's heart sank. The worst thing had happened. Lin Fei really came to settle the score. If it was just Lin Fei alone, there might not be anything to worry about. But with a level 3 warship in front of him, no matter who it was, they had to be careful. Because if they were not careful, they would be the unlucky ones. "This old man thinks that we can sit down and talk about this matter," the immortal sword religious master said. Lin Fei shook his head. "No need to talk. There's no need for that." "What a joke. This is a system mission. What is there to talk about? Moreover, this is not the time to talk about it." "Attack! First, bombard the Vatican." Boom! Boom! The level 3 warship fired its cannons. In an instant, all the religious masters were attacked. Bastard, he really dared to attack. Quickly open the formation. Chapter 3498. Hong Hong Hong. The people from the Holy Church would never have thought that they would be attacked one day. The combined power of a rank 3 warship and a rank 2 warship was frightening. Many beams of light tore through the sky, forming a rainbow that struck the Holy Church. In the blink of an eye, countless people's buildings were destroyed. The religious leaders immediately activated their defenses and brought out their treasures. Many beams of light shot out, frightening them greatly. Just as they activated their treasures, a huge force struck them, causing their hearts to palpitate. "Hurry up and activate the array." The Holy Church acted quickly. They immediately activated the array. A huge protective barrier rose, causing many ripples. Truly frightening. We were nearly killed just now. A strike from a warship isn't any weaker than a cosmos god's strike. Furthermore, its power is much greater. Is this Lin Fei mad? This is the Holy Church. The people from the headquarters of the Holy Church looked at each other. They felt a lingering fear. The wave of attacks just now had truly shocked them. That feeling of death was infinitely close to them was something they had never felt before. Everyone was afraid. Everyone had heard of how powerful the warship was. This time they truly understood. Their individual strength was too weak before the warship. If they were to be bombarded by the warship, not many could survive against it. There was no need to think about the outcome. Lin Fei, you dare to act against the Holy Church. Immortal Sword religious leader was furious. After so many years, this was the first time someone attacked the Holy Church, especially when it was in front of their religious leader. Immortal Sword religious leader, who retreated back into the array, glared angrily. Lin Fei guffawed. "I, Lin Fei, am not that easy to bully. This time, it is your Holy Church who violated the rules first. Naturally, I will not be polite. If you find me unpleasing to your eyes, you can come and kill me. The prerequisite is that you have the strength to do so." Hong hong hong. The light beams kept striking on the defense. Ripples kept forming. "Damn! Let us kill our way out and take down Lin Fei. We have 9 religious leaders. Do you think we can't take down this brat Lin Fei?" The sect masters were similarly quite angry, gnashing their teeth in anger towards Lin Fei. This matter would definitely spread, and then what face would the Vatican have left to continue existing? Under the concentrated bombardment, the sect leader said that he would take revenge, but no one dared to be the first to go out. Even their sect leader would not be able to withstand such concentrated attacks. If it was just a level 2 battleship, then it would be easy to deal with. However, if it was a level 3 battleship, then it would not be easy to deal with. Lin Fei stood on the warship, activating multiple layers of defense and damage transfer. "I don't dare to attack anymore." Lin Fei was very unhappy that the sect master did not make a move. At least come out and let him deal with him. Why was he acting like a coward? Lin Fei was secretly shocked by the concentrated attacks of the battleships. If it was a level 4 warship, it would definitely be able to break through the formation. Lin Fei vaguely felt that it was still lacking a little. The 3rd level battleship is powerful, but its penetrative ability is still lacking. If it was used against Cosmos gods, it would absolutely be an extraordinary pleasure. You guys go and destroy all the surrounding buildings. Lin Fei passed down the order. The Vatican had activated the formation, and they could not protect the surrounding buildings. If they did not do something today, they would have wasted their trip here. The 2nd level battleship behind them changed its direction to attack those buildings outside. After a series of booms, the buildings started collapsing, causing dust to fly up. No Cosmos gods or experts dared to resist against the power of the battleship. Instead, they all fled as far as they could. Kill! The destruction outside had undoubtedly stimulated the religious master. Immortal Sword Religious Master finally acted. The 2nd level battleship no longer attacked. Instead, he killed his way out of the formation and displayed his strongest sword technique, the transcending God sword technique. A sharp sword light arced through the void. Lin Fei had experienced the power of the transcending God sword technique before. He did not resist against it head-on. As the multiple layers of defenses crumbled, Lin Fei used unlimited teleportation to arrive above Immortal Sword Religious Master before punching down. Immortal Sword Religious Master was enveloped in sword light. Today, this old man must take you down. Immortal Sword Religious Master stabbed out with his sword. This isn't a place for you to be impudent. This is the Vatican, the most sacred place in the eternal cosmos. With a stab, a myriad of sword lights appeared. The sect leader of the Divine Sword Sect was the strongest out of the 9 sect leaders. His own strength was naturally very strong, and he could use even more power from the universe. If Lin Fei did not hide in the battleship and came out, then he would definitely be able to capture Lin Fei. Cough, cough, cough. Just as Immortal Sword Religious Master stabbed out with his sword, he felt an intense pain on his body. His expression turned pale, and fresh blood flowed down from the edge of his mouth. This old man is actually injured. With a punch, Immortal Sword Religious Master was injured. Impossible. His attack could not break through my defenses at all. Immortal Sword Religious Master was slightly stunned. Instead, this stab of his did not injure Lin Fei at all. The first religious master is indeed the first religious master. He lives up to his reputation. With unlimited teleportation, Lin Fei could easily evade the attack. My absolute strike and heavy injury merely made the other party vomit blood. Lin Fei was inwardly startled. My heavy injury is still at the elementary level. It is easy for me to deal with ordinary cosmos gods, but this person is absolutely at the 9th level cosmos god level. The cosmos energy in his body has dissipated quite a lot of damage. After a simple analysis, Lin Fei felt relieved. Being able to become the first religious master meant that his strength could not be underestimated. Compared to the previous time in the Eternal Secret Realm, it was harder for Immortal Sword Religious Master to hit him. In order to injure him, he had to break through many layers of defenses. By the time he did so, Lin Fei would already be somewhere else. Then have a taste of my fist technique. Lin Fei guffawed. He struck out with a series of fist shadows. Aren't you very tough? Then how many heavy injuries could you endure? This time, Immortal Sword Religious Master was prepared. A defensive treasure appeared, forming many layers of ripples. You are indeed not simple. If you want to injure this old man before he could finish his sentence. The entire body of Immortal Sword Religious Master was trembling non-stop. His expression turned dispirited. How could this be possible? Pu. Immortal Sword Religious Master was spurting out blood continuously. It was getting more serious each time. Under the combination of absolute strike and heavy injury, how could this first religious master resist against Lin Fei's attacks? He was immediately beaten into a state of heavy injuries. Nothing is impossible, Lin Fei chuckled. Everything is brought about by your holy church. Immortal Sword Religious Master retreated in defeat. He is just at the 6th level Cosmos God. Why can't this old man defend against his attacks? Why? Immortal Sword Religious Master's expression was pale. It did not have a single strand of blood on it. His injuries were severe, and he was forced to retreat. He could not imagine how those attacks could be so powerful that they could ignore his defenses and erupt with great damage. This was completely unrealistic. There had never been a Cosmos God who could achieve this. The religious masters within the array turned black. Their minds were blank. For a moment, they could not accept what was happening in front of them. That was the first religious master, the strongest expert beneath the great religious master. Chapter 30, 499. Immortal Sword Religion Master actually lost. How could this Lin Fei be so powerful? This seat could not see how powerful that fist technique is. What the hell? Immortal Sword Religion Master retreated. The injuries in his body were worsening. That was an instantaneous, heavy injury that he could not defend against. It was fortunate that he was a level 9 Cosmos God. If it were any other Cosmos God, he would have been killed on the spot. Immortal Sword Religion Master finally understood why Clear Wind Religion Master and Sky Fire Religion Master would fall into the hands of Shuang. Even without a grade 3 warship, Shuang could suppress the 2 religious masters with just his strength. What a frightening fellow. This brat Lin Fei is too strange. Immortal Sword Religion Master took out some healing pills. His fist technique is frightening. We can't defend against it at all. It ignores the defense of treasures. Furthermore, his fist technique contains another offensive technique, and that is the scariest. Immortal Sword Religion Master felt that he was powerful, but this time he suffered in front of Lin Fei. He could not defend against that fist technique at all. Then what should we do? Even Immortal Sword Religion Master could not take down Lin Fei, much less them. They would just be sending themselves to their deaths if they went out. They were not resigned. The headquarters of the Holy Church was being attacked. As religious masters, they could not do anything to repel Lin Fei, who was outside. This time, we will definitely suffer a loss. Some religious masters glared at Clear Wind Religion Master and Skyfire Religion Master. If not for the 2 of you wanting to deal with Lin Fei, how could such a thing happen? Clear Wind Religion Master and Skyfire Religion Master were in the wrong. They lowered their heads and dared not speak. Who would have known that Lin Fei was so formidable? If they knew, they would not have offended the other party, even if they were beaten to death. How boring! Lin Fei did not chase after Immortal Sword Religion Master. After that series of attacks, this religious master would have to recuperate for a long period. Lin Fei temporarily did not plan to enter the headquarters of the Holy Church through unbounded teleportation. If he offended the Holy Church, there would only be disadvantages and no benefits. It was better to give them a slap in the face. Ding, mission complete. Activating the points wheel. This is the first time it is activated. Reward: 100 points, 10 mission points. The mission of attacking the church within 10 years had been completed. The system is really good at calculating. If I don't complete this task, I won't be able to activate the Wheel of Fortune. Lin Fei had an idea, and this task point, it's definitely related to the points. Lin Fei didn't check it out, but based on his guesses, it was basically like this. This is the church. I'm so disappointed. Lin Fei shook his head. Listen up, if you dare to cause trouble in the Yuan continent again, it won't be as simple as destroying the surrounding buildings. I don't mind taking a trip to the Vatican and having a taste of the power of my fist." After saying that, he entered the third grade warship and left. The Level 2 battleships also retreated, leaving behind a pile of rubble. The Immortal Sword Sect leader watched as Lin Fei drove the battleship away. None of the sect leaders dared to chase after him. With the battleship and the terrifying Lin Fei, even if they went up, it would be useless. "Clear breeze, heavenly fire. Don't bother with Lin Fei's matter," the Immortal Sword Sect leader said weakly. "He is not someone you can defeat. Just treat this matter as you guys suffering a huge loss." How could the Clear Breeze sect leader and Heavenly Fire sect leader dare to say anything? Even the strongest Immortal Sword sect leader was beaten to such a state. If it was them, it would be useless. This old man needs to go into seclusion for a period of time. I'll leave the outside to you guys. The Immortal Sword sect leader turned and left. The Eternal Universe is in troubled times. The remaining sect leaders looked at each other. The news of the church being bombarded by Lin Fei of the Yuan continent and losing all face quickly spread. The entire Eternal Universe was in an uproar. Everyone had a look of disbelief on their faces. But when they saw the rubble outside the church, everyone realized that a big shot had appeared in the Eternal Universe. He was able to suppress the church and make them suffer a huge loss. What a terrifying Lin Fei! In the future, when we go to the Yuan continent, everyone has to behave themselves. We can offend anyone but Lin Fei. I also heard that the first sect leader was injured by Lin Fei. He said that he was going into seclusion. I really can't believe it. That Lin Fei is already so powerful. The entire universe was talking about Lin Fei. When everyone mentioned Lin Fei, they all had an expression of fear and worship. The prestige of the church. Everyone remembered it in their hearts. But this time, Lin Fei beat up the church in front of everyone. In the end, nothing happened to him. It was unknown how many people's understanding was subverted. Maybe the church was not as powerful as it was in the past. This thought emerged in many people's minds. Lin Fei did not care about the impact of beating up the church. After this battle, as long as the church was not stupid, they would definitely not find trouble with him. The warship stopped on the holy mountain and was worshipped by countless people. Worship. Just one trip out, and he brought back more than 10 warships, including a third-grade warship. It was unknown how many people were stunned. Mighty and domineering, the holy mountain was filled with cheers and excitement. At this time, Lin Fei did not stay idle. He arranged for people to hold a grand banquet to celebrate today's victory. This night, the entire holy mountain was very lively. There were cheers everywhere. Everyone understood that from today onwards, no one in the Yuan continent would dare to provoke them. Look at the warships in the sky. No matter how many came, they would be dealt with. In the secret room, Lin Fei clicked on the big wheel of fortune. Below the virtual big wheel of fortune, there were 150 points and 10 task points. It's just as I thought. Lucky draw requires task points. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. Although he was prepared when he heard about task points, he still felt unhappy when he saw it. One lucky draw can give you 10 points, 50 points, or 100 points. Each lucky draw requires a certain amount of task points. After some research, Lin Fei finally understood the big wheel of fortune. The big wheel of fortune was divided into a few regions. Each region had a certain amount of items. Should I try it first? Lin Fei decided to use 10 points to give it a try. Ding! 10 points deducted. 1 task point, lottery activated. The huge virtual needle began to spin. Lin Fei only felt his vision blur. He could not see the rotation at all. Ding! Obtained a 4th grade warship fragment. Listening to the system prompt, Lin Fei's eyes widened. It's over? A 4th grade warship fragment What the hell is this? This was completely different from what Lin Fei expected. Host, please do not underestimate the big wheel of fortune. For example, as long as you collect 10 fragments, plus a certain amount of points and task points, you can exchange for a 4th grade worship. Lin Fei's eyes instantly lit up. There's such a thing? Are you trying to fool me? Ever since the appearance of Universe 7 space warships, Lin Fei realized the significance of the existence of warships. Whoever dared to underestimate them would be finished. Chapter 3500. Ever since Lin Fei returned to the Yuan continent, the news of the Vatican suffering a loss spread like wildfire. Soon, all the news was suppressed as if it had never appeared, except for the Yuan continent. Thus, everyone knew that the Vatican had made a move, suppressing all the news to prevent it from having a negative impact. Everyone knew that the Roman Curia had really suffered a loss this time. This loss had affected the Roman Curia's ability to rule the eternal universe to a certain extent. Everyone thought that the news would pass after it was suppressed. Everyone had underestimated some people. Not long after, the news spread like wildfire, no less than the news of the Vatican suffering a loss. The Vatican is no longer what it used to be. The sect master is gone. The first sect master is injured, and the eternal universe is about to split. The sect master and the Sky Fire sect master are very dissatisfied with the Vatican's actions. They plan to leave the Vatican and become their own overlord. The Vatican is about to split. One piece of news after another kept spreading. For a time, the news of the Vatican's split could be heard everywhere. Mansion Master, by besieging the Vatican this time, you have unknowingly helped some people. The Limit Dojo Master came to report. Lin Fei laid down leisurely, tasting the celestial tea that he had obtained. He had a carefree look on his face. Humph, I bet they hate me to death now. The Limit Dojo Master sat down. I heard that they are blocking the news and have arrested many people. But they still can't stop the news from spreading. Some people are really smart. Lin Fei thought about it and understood. The Vatican is really in trouble this time. After you go out, tell the elders below that we won't participate in this matter. At the same time, clean up those rats in the Yuan continent. The Limit Dojo Master was shocked. It can't be. Is something big really going to happen in the eternal universe? The Vatican had been in charge of the Universe 9 for so long, and no one dared to openly go against the Vatican other than his junior brother this time. This is something that will happen sooner or later. Lin Fei was not surprised at all. This is just posturing. I guess something is really going to happen in the Vatican. We, the Yuan continent, can just watch the show. If he had not led the fleet to slap the church's face, severely injure the divine sword sect leader, and take away the treasures of Qing Feng and the heaven fire sect leader, he would not have taken action so quickly. The extreme dojo master thought about it and secretly admired their determination. After he retreated, Lin Fei took a sip of immortal tea. I originally planned to leave the Yuan continent and Universe 9 to gain experience. Now that this matter has spread, there will be a good show in Universe 9. After the Wheel of Fortune appeared, Lin Fei felt that it would be better to go later. It might even trigger a system quest. The news about the split of the Vatican was getting more and more intense. No matter how they tried to block it, the news came one after the other. It was impossible to block it. At first, the manor heads tried to seal off the news and arrest many people. But as time went on, this method became useless, and the news spread more and more. Gradually, some public opinions appeared. Some of the manor heads gave up on the idea of sealing and arresting them. There was no point in continuing with this method, so they might as well let them do as they pleased. With the departure of the first manor head, a second manor head immediately took his place. Everyone gave up on the arduous and unrewarding task of keeping the news under wraps. After the Vatican headquarters could not seal off the news, they began to dispatch the Eternal Guards to clean up. A great purge began. The Great Purge lasted for 10 years. He didn't know that his forces had been wiped out. The Eternal Guards were not any better. During this period, many of them were killed. Many of the Vatican's experts were also killed or injured. At night, Star River Mansion. Manor Head, the situation is not good. In the study room, the Star River Mansion master listened to the report, and his face darkened. According to the secret information, those guys seem to be in cahoots, preparing to do something big. I suspect that they are targeting our Star River Mansion. His confidant reported, ever since the Vatican suffered a loss at the hands of Lin Fei 10 years ago, the current Vatican was deteriorating day by day. Lin Fei had a certain degree of responsibility for this. The Fuse, they really have guts. Star River Mansion Master was furious. He smashed the table with a palm. Do they really think they are Lin Fei? With a grade 3 warship, they can resist this prefecture master. Manor Head, I think we have to make the first move. With such an unstable existence in our manor, no one can guarantee when it will explode. The confidant said in a low voice. They are completely suspected of rebelling. Star River Mansion Master turned silent. Compared to the terrible situation in the other great prefectures, the Great Yuan continent had developed rapidly during this 10 years. Without any external influence, coupled with the warship being displayed in the sky, many people from other prefectures had come to the Great Yuan continent. Over the 10 years, the population of the Great Yuan continent had skyrocketed. At the foot of the sacred mountain, many buildings had expanded. Compared to 10 years ago, they were at least 10 times larger. Everyone knew that the Great Yuan continent was the safest place in the eternal cosmos. Even the Vatican did not dare to act recklessly here, much less others. Just because of this point, everyone was willing to stay in the Great Yuan continent. Prefecture Master, there are 2 strangers who came to our sacred mountain. Their auras are very strong, and they should be cosmos gods. During these 10 years, Limit Tavern Master had broken through to the cosmos god realm. Even after becoming a cosmos god, he remained as the grand butler of the sacred mountain. Cosmos god? Lin Fei did not complete many missions in the past 10 years, but he was not worried at all. Bring them into the courtyard. Compared to the Yuan Fu, located deep within the primal destruction realm, Lin Fei preferred staying in the Great Yuan continent. He could feel the thriving life force outside, and that was something the Yuan Fu could not compare with. Not long later, 2 auras that were similar to each other appeared. They followed behind Limit Tavern Master into this courtyard that wasn't big. Greetings, Prefecture Master. The 2 turned to Lin Fei. They took the initiative to cup their hands towards Lin Fei. Limit Tavern Master stood by the side. It has been a long time since a cosmos god came here. Lin Fei chuckled. The 2 of you are the first cosmos gods to come in the past 10 years. These 2 were middle-aged. Even though they were cosmos gods, they still felt a considerable pressure standing in front of this Lin Fei. Governor Lin, we are representing a certain person to discuss a huge matter with you. Can we change to another location? The middle-aged cosmos god on the left took a deep breath before saying. As he spoke, his gaze swept over the dojo Master of Limits. There's no need. This place is very safe. Just say whatever you want. Lin Fei chuckled. Were they preparing to act? If you feel that it isn't suitable, you can leave now. The middle-aged cosmos god finally experienced how tyrannical Lin Fei was. Chapter 3501. After the middle-aged cosmos god said that, he quietly waited for the reply. This time he came to the Yuan continent to meet Lin Fei because the Yuan continent had become a part of the eternal cosmos that could not be neglected. A 3rd-grade warship for 2nd-grade warships and more than 10 small-sized warships. Such a force would become an unstoppable force the moment they moved. Those people wanted to rope in Lin Fei. The moment they managed to rope in Lin Fei, the success rate of overthrowing the Holy Church would reach 90%. The ancient Holy Church would also be pushed down. If not for the incident with the Holy Church, everyone might not care about Lin Fei. Even if he caused a ruckus, it would just be a small ruckus that could not be put on the stage. But as Lin Fei smacked the Holy Church until it no longer had any face, his status immediately rose. He became an existence that could not be neglected by others. The most powerful person? Lin Fei chuckled. That's right, Governor Lin. As long as you are willing to join us, you will be the most powerful person in the eternal cosmos in the future. You might even become a great aristocrat. The Yuan continent and the nearby Great Prefecture will become your territory. The middle-aged cosmos god hurriedly said. Lin Fei shook his head. What do you think of my current status? Being the most powerful person has nothing to do with me. Even if I don't participate in this, I will still be an existence that cannot be neglected in the eternal cosmos. Hence, it is as if I did not mention the benefits to you all. The middle-aged cosmos god's heart sank. He came this time precisely to rope in Lin Fei. Governor Lin, actually we can raise more conditions. Lin Fei waved his hand. You all should leave. If you want me to participate in this matter, you have to invite a true big character over. It isn't enough just the few of you. The middle-aged cosmos god became silent. Instead, the young cosmos god by the side suddenly roared. Lin Fei, we're giving you face by inviting you. Don't think that you are very strong just because you have a third-grade warship. Young man, don't be so angry. Lin Fei was not angry. It has been a long time since someone dared to speak to me like this. You are the first. Hence, I have decided to reward you with a fist as a warning. It was an ordinary punch that posed no threat at all. The middle-aged cosmos god was greatly startled. Governor Lin, please show mercy. Pu-pu-pu. This young cosmos god had stepped into the cosmos god realm of others. In addition to his extraordinary background, he was naturally arrogant. When Lin Fei punched over, the young cosmos god was prepared to teach the other party a lesson. It would be best if he could capture the other party. In the next second, the young cosmos god was sent flying. He heavily smashed against the wall of the courtyard, and his aura rapidly weakened. The middle-aged cosmos god went up to check. His heart sank when he saw how heavily injured Lin Fei was with a single punch. This Lin Fei was much more terrifying than he imagined. Take your people and leave. It was pointless to bully a cosmos god. After all, not everyone was as resilient as the immortal sword sect leader. The middle-aged cosmos god did not speak. At this moment, his entire body was shrouded in terror. A single punch could heavily injure a cosmos god. If he did not leave now, when would he leave? 2 cosmos gods want to rope me in? They really do not treat me as anything. Lin Fei chuckled. Since the other party came personally, we might be able to have a chat. Limit's tavern master shook his head. Junior disciple brother is right. The eternal cosmos is about to fall into chaos, and the characters hiding in the dark are about to act. Go on, do your best to cause trouble. Lin Fei chuckled. If the eternal cosmos did not fall into chaos, how could he trigger system missions and obtain mission points and points? Eternal cosmos, deep underground. This place was filled with a gloomy aura, and at this moment a voice roared. What a good Lin Fei! He is bullying others too much. Within the great palace hall, there was a young cosmos god with a weak expression. His face was pale, and his eyes were filled with hatred and resentment. Father, Lin Fei doesn't treat our netherworld religion as anything. I feel that we should send out a huge army to flatten the Yuan Great Continent first, giving the people from the church a show of strength and letting them know how strong our netherworld religion is. The young cosmos god fiercely said, Young master, I feel that it isn't appropriate. An old man shook his head. If it were the Lin Fei 100 years ago, it isn't hard for us to deal with him. But now he has a battleship and even a third-grade battleship. If we were to fight with him, we would suffer huge losses. Don't forget that it isn't just our dark religion that is eyeing the eternal church. I also feel that it isn't appropriate. The spirit race in the Star Sea has suffered losses in the hands of Lin Fei. We have worked so hard to accumulate our capital, and we must absolutely not waste it on Lin Fei. I feel that this matter has to be considered at length. That young cosmos god's expression collapsed on the spot. That roaring dark religious master agreed with what everyone said. We can put aside the matter regarding Lin Fei. Our goal is to overthrow the church and let the dark religion control the eternal cosmos. We aren't in a rush to deal with Lin Fei. Since we can't rope in Lin Fei, we can move on to the next step. Ever since the mysterious cosmos god came to invite him. In the following period of time, Lin Fei met with 3 groups of people one after another. Each group of people brought good conditions, hoping that he would join them. Lin Fei rejected all of them. Nothing like the first time happened. After Lin Fei rejected them, they left obediently and did not dare to do anything. Governor Lin, save me. On this night, Lin Fei received a message. He opened it and saw that it was from Star River Prefecture Master. Interesting. A dignified manor lord is being hunted down? Lin Fei left the room. Dojo Master of Limits just happened to arrive at the courtyard. Junior disciple brother, I have just received news that Star River Prefecture Master has been ambushed by a mysterious superpower. Quite a few of the forces belonging to the Prefecture Master have rebelled. Dojo Master of Limits took out a piece of news. Lin Fei chuckled. It seems that a good show is about to begin. Just now, Star River Prefecture Master has sent a distress signal. The first wave of probing has begun. It can't be right. Star River Prefecture Master actually could not suppress them? He is a cosmos god. Lin Fei chuckled. If a cosmos god were to meet several cosmos gods at the same time, do you think he should run? Furthermore, the other party came prepared, and even the inner forces have been bribed. The Holy Church has offended quite a few people. Junior disciple brother, are you going to save him? Being a neighbor, I have to help him out no matter what. After all, he is a cosmos god. Lin Fei chuckled. In the night, Star River Prefecture Master was running for his life. The enemy's offense was too fierce. Those by his side had been bribed. At the crucial moment, they dealt a huge blow to him. Even if he managed to kill the other party, it was impossible for him to change the outcome. Star River, you can't escape. As long as you surrender, we can spare your life. Attacks were coming from behind him. Star River Prefecture Master did not dare to stop. The defensive treasures on his body were about to collapse. Chapter 3502. The experts chasing after Star River Prefecture Master were very powerful. They were all cosmos gods, and there were a total of 5 of them. They even had formidable treasures that suppressed Star River Prefecture Master. The goal of these cosmos gods was to kill Star River Prefecture Master. Star River Prefecture Master, you can't escape tonight. A huge array appeared above Star River Prefecture Master. It felt as if the world had been separated from him. Not good. Star River Prefecture Master's expression changed. He was trapped. Even after using his treasures to attack the array, he could not break it apart at all. Star River Prefecture Master, accept your fate. The 5 cosmos gods chased after him. They worked together to activate the array. For a moment, a mountain of blade and a sea of flame came crashing down. Star River Prefecture Master tried his best to defend against it, yet he could not resist against the attack from the array, especially when it was from 5 cosmos gods. He did not last for a long time before collapsing. If it were 1 against 2, he might not be in such a miserable state. But against 5 cosmos gods and an array, Star River Prefecture Master could only smile bitterly. This time his defeat was not undeserved. Even though he was prepared for it, he still lost. Die. Within the array, a terrifying attack came blasting down. That was one of the strongest killing moves of the array. Even Cosmos gods could not resist against it. Star River Prefecture Master could no longer hold on. His treasures were also severely damaged. You all will be suppressed sooner or later. Star River Prefecture Master said unwillingly. His voice was filled with despair. The 5 Cosmos gods who activated the strongest attack from the array let out a sigh of relief. As long as they killed Star River Prefecture Master, their mission this time would be a success. Just as the black stream of light was about to hit Star River Prefecture Master, a sudden voice sounded. Brother Star River, you look slightly miserable now. A figure appeared within the array. He extended his hand and waved his other hand, parrying the black attack before bringing Star River Prefecture Master out of the array. Younger brother Lin, I nearly died. Fortunately, you came in time. Star River Prefecture Master saw Lin Fei crying tears of joy. He started speaking incoherently. Just a moment ago, he died in the array. These people had spent a lot of effort just to kill him. We're neighbors. You ask me for help. If I don't come and help you, what kind of neighbor would I be? Lin Fei smiled and deployed multiple layers of defense in front of him. The 5 Cosmos gods originally let out a sigh of relief. Suddenly, Star River Prefecture Master was brought out, causing their hearts to sink, especially after they recognized the other party. It's Lin Fei from the Yuan continent. Why is he here? This is bad. In the Eternal Universe, Lin Fei's influence was extremely great. He was the one who dared to bombard the Vatican and came out unscathed. Even the Church's first leader, the Divine Sword Leader, wasn't a match for Lin Fei. Now he was even in seclusion to recuperate from his injuries. How many people would dare to offend such a leader? Governor Lin, Star River Prefecture Master, is someone we want to kill. If you are willing to hand him over, we'll definitely reward you handsomely. A Cosmos god stood out and said, which Cosmos god was not afraid of this Lin Fei? The silence of the Vatican was the best proof. Not everyone had the ability to barge into the array and bring someone away. They knew they could not do it. The body of Star River Prefecture Master trembled slightly. He was still worried if he would be handed over. The power that ambushed the Star River Prefecture tonight was terrifyingly strong, and there was definitely someone at the level of religious master protecting the prefecture. Lin Fei indifferently chuckled. Scram, while I'm still in a good mood. Being shouted at by a level 6 Cosmos god by Lin Fei, the 5 Cosmos gods glanced at each other. They did not dare to say anything else. They turned around and left the place after keeping the array. They are finally gone. Star River Prefecture Master felt relieved. Younger brother Lin, I have to thank you for tonight. If not for you, I would have fallen here. We are neighbors, so you are being too polite. Lin Fei chuckled. Do you know who is the one who acted? Star River Prefecture Master shook his head. I temporarily do not know. I reckon they will stand out tomorrow. Lin Fei was not interested in those 5 Cosmos gods. They were too weak. Currently, those who could resist against him were at least at the level 9 Cosmos god realm. Those from before were too weak. Should I go to the church, or, since such a huge matter has happened, I wish to pay a visit to the church. But I am afraid they will kill me midway. Hence, I wish to hide in younger brother Lin's Yuan Great Continent. Star River Prefecture Master helplessly said, No problem. Let us go. Lin Fei brought Star River Prefecture Master and activated his unlimited teleportation. Early the next morning, Li Hu sent over a piece of news regarding the Star River Prefecture. Prefecture Master, your guess is right. The Eternal Cosmos is about to fall into chaos. Li Hu took out the news he received. The one who ambushed Star River Prefecture Master last night is a superpower called Iron Veins Hull. They are incredibly strong. In a single night, all the superpowers in the Star River Prefecture have turned to support the Iron Veins Hull. Star River Prefecture Master, who was seated below Lin Fei, stood up, subconsciously. It is actually them. Star River Prefecture Master revealed a look of disbelief. I am certain that the Iron Veins Hall is an ancient superpower that has disappeared for several 100 million years. Li Hu nodded. It is indeed the Iron Veins Hall. Whoosh whoosh. Star River Prefecture Master sat down. They are really patient to be able to wait for several 100 million years. The Iron Veins Hall has a strong background. Lin Fei actually did not have many requirements regarding who his neighbor would become. As long as they did not cause trouble in Yuan Great Continent, they could do whatever they wanted. It had nothing to do with him. The Iron Veins Hall was an ancient superpower in the eternal cosmos. Later on, they attempted to rebel and were killed by the Holy See. In order to exterminate them, the great sect master personally took action. In the end, the old ancestor of the Iron Veins Hall still managed to escape. I never expected that they would endure for several 100 million years. Star River Prefecture Master said, This is what I read in the Holy See's records. It can't be. Even the great sect master couldn't take them down? Lin Fei was surprised. This strength was too strong. Yes, the great sect master of the Iron Veins Hall is a special life form. They are extremely hard to kill. Star River Prefecture Master nodded. I wonder if the current Iron Veins Hall is being overseen by that sect master. If it is, then it will be a huge threat to the Holy See. The great sect master had not appeared for a long time. Back then, he was unable to kill the other party. Even now, it was most likely the same. As for breaking through to the next realm, it was even more impossible. Otherwise, he would not have been holed up all this time. There was no trace of him. With the appearance of the Iron Veins Hall, I reckon that the others will not be able to sit still anymore. Star River Prefecture Master laughed bitterly. Back then, there were quite a few other superpowers that rebelled against the Iron Veins Hall. I reckon that they are about to make their move. I wonder which prefectures are going to be unlucky. Luckily, your Yuan Great Continent is not included in that list. Lin Fei was truly impressed by this great sect master. The matter back then was not dealt with cleanly, leaving behind a future threat. Today it finally erupted. It seems that it was because I fired the cannon that caused them to become restless, opening a new chapter in the universe. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. I reckon that without me, this matter would have happened sooner or later. Chapter 3503. The Iron Blood Hall conquered the Star River Prefecture in a single night. The entire eternal cosmos was startled. Many veteran cosmos gods were alarmed. Their distant memories were dug out. That year, the great religious master did not wipe out the Iron Blood Hall. Now they appeared once again, causing everyone to tremble. A bloodbath was coming. After the Star River Prefecture was conquered, the Iron Blood Hall reorganized all their forces. All the big and small organizations went over. Those from the Holy Church were all wiped out. Within a short period, only the voice of the Iron Blood Hall was left in the Star River Prefecture. The Holy Church immediately released the news. The meaning was simple. The Iron Blood Hall should immediately retreat from the Star River Prefecture. Otherwise, the Holy Church would send a huge army over. Facing the words of the Holy Church, the Iron Blood Hall also released the news. Welcome to battle. Their fighting spirit was high. A battle that seemed to be about to erupt was about to begin. What everyone did not expect was that before the Holy Church acted, several prefectures in the eternal cosmos had been conquered. The prefecture master of the Deep Abyss Prefecture proclaimed himself king and killed the experts stationed by the Holy Church. Within a few days, he engulfed the entire Deep Abyss Prefecture. After the Deep Abyss Prefecture, the Underworld Prefecture also rebelled. The Lord of the Abyss and the Underworld Prefecture Master announced that they were leaving the Holy Church. At the same time, the Nether Church raised their flag and stood out. In such a short period, 3 prefectures had left the control of the Holy Church. This was something out of everyone's expectations. This change happened so quickly that everyone could not keep up with it. They were like dominoes, falling down with great vigor. To make matters worse, the 2 sect masters who led the army to encircle the Hall of Iron Veins were the Clear Wind Church's sect master and the Heavenly Fire Church's sect master, who had suffered greatly at Lin Fei's hands. They had led their army to join the Nether Church. The eternal cosmos was once again in an uproar. 2 out of the 9 religious masters were gone. The first religious master, Divine Sword Religious Master, was in closed-door recuperation. At this moment, the strength of the Holy Church was at its weakest. The departure of the 2 religious masters had dealt a huge blow to the Holy Church. Nobody would have expected that Clear Wind Religious Master and Sky Fire Religious Master would be willing to leave the Holy Church and join the Nether Church. After the 2 sect masters left, the subordinate factions all joined the Nether sect. At the same time, they launched attacks on the Great Mansions. In less than a year, the Nether sect took down 3 Great Mansions. In the blink of an eye, 4 of the 9 manors controlled by the Church were gone. Including the Yuan continent, they only had 4 manors left. What was even more frightening was that with the departure of the 2 church leaders, everyone in the church had become divided. No one could guarantee that the church leaders wouldn't fight amongst themselves. In the past, with the first sect master suppressing them, no one could cause trouble. But this time, it was completely different. The appearance of the Iron Veins Hall and the Nether sect dealt a heavy blow to the church. The current church was in a precarious situation. In just a few short years, the eternal universe was like looking at flowers on horseback. The Vatican had just wanted to show off, but there was an internal error. God knows how many people were shocked. Was this still the Vatican of the past? Not at all. Mansion Master, another force, has appeared and occupied Tianluo Mansion. The ones who did this are from the Tian family. Li, who brought the latest news. It can't be right. The Tian family is so daring. Lin Fei had a deep impression of this Tian family. It was rumored that the church had been passed down since it was established until now. That's right. The Tian family has taken over the Tianluo Mansion, and the Tianluo Mansion master has been killed by their cosmos god. Li Hu said, "There are people behind the Tian family, and they are currently wiping out the strength of the church in the Tianluo Mansion." Even though they knew that after the Iron Veins Hall, there would be a second one appearing soon, the only thing they did not expect was for these people to act so quickly, catching the church off guard. This time, the church is in big trouble. They have lost 6 out of the 9 manors, and only 3 are left. I'm afraid the remaining 3 are no longer safe. Lin Fei chuckled. Lin Fei did not have any good impression of the church. Currently, the only thing he was interested in was that eternal secret realm. The eternal God Stone was still very useful to Lin Fei. I've heard that the church is in a mess now, and the remaining religious leaders have their own ideas. Li Hu chuckled. Even they would have such a day. Who would have thought that a great church that controls a cosmos would have such internal strife the moment something happened? This point was out of everyone's expectations. Have you heard of this saying, "The world that is united for a long time will be divided"? Furthermore, the great religious leader is not here and has lost his deterrence. Nobody should have any ideas. Lin Fei curled his lips. If the great religious leader is here, who would dare to act recklessly? I believe that the great religious leader is either in closed-door cultivation or dead somewhere. The eternal cosmos lacked a deterrence. If that great religious leader was here, Lin Fei would not dare to cause trouble. Even though a grade 3 warship was formidable, it would not last long in front of that great religious leader. That's true. Li Hu nodded. Then what should our Yuan great continent do? Everything will be the same. We will just watch the show. Lin Fei planned to participate in this matter. and they could do whatever they wanted. Controlling the eternal cosmos? Lin Fei did not have such thoughts. He did not know if that great religious leader was dead or alive, and it was better to be careful. When the Eternal Church was in a mess, the Iron Veins Hall, the Dark Religion, and the Heavenly Clan began gathering their forces and attacking their neighbors. A vigorous battle was about to begin. The Iron Veins Hall and the other two superpowers were exceptionally strong, especially after they incorporated the superpowers in the prefecture cities. They struck like thunder the moment they acted, and they even began bribing the Eternal Church. At the start, the Holy Church was caught unprepared. After that, they organized a huge army to counterattack, and both sides were evenly matched. At the start, there were not many casualties. Later on, with the participation of hierarch experts, the casualties became greater. From start to end, the cosmos gods did not act. The three superpowers launched an attack at the same time. Under such circumstances, the religious leader of the Holy Church had to personally oversee the situation. And under such circumstances, something unexpected happened. The cosmos gods from the Iron Veins Hall and the other two superpowers, including the religious leader experts, worked together and ambushed the headquarters of the Holy Church one night, heavily injuring several religious leaders and killing more than a dozen cosmos gods. For a moment, the Eternal Church suffered a huge blow. Left with no choice, the Roman Curia returned to defend. This also resulted in the loss of the remaining 3 mansions in a very short period of time. Who knew how many people were dumbfounded? They really know how to work together. Lin Fei was shocked when he heard the news. This isn't normal. Even though there was no concrete news, Lin Fei had some understanding of the headquarters of the Holy Church. Even if it was a sneak attack, it might not succeed. Something big must have happened during this period. Even though the news did not spread, Lin Fei had a guess in his heart. Go on, do your best. If the eternal cosmos became more chaotic, he might be able to earn some mission points.